Testing, 1, 2, testing.
75 degrees as the sun sets here on Duty Noble Field here for the Game 2 of Mississippi State versus Lipscomb. Alongside Charlie Curley, John Wesley Cochran here with you on the Bulldog Student Sports Network. Charlie, last time out in Game 1 last night, Mississippi State had to play on a Thursday night due to some incoming weather coming in, but nonetheless, now we sit here on Friday night coming after Game 1. Mississippi State takes a big win, 8-3 over Lipscomb last night, but it was a pretty rocky start.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, Ryan McPherson on the mound, and he was lights out for his 6 innings that he pitched. But State just could not get the bats going through 5 innings. And in the 6th inning, everything kind of changed. Drew Wires especially got it started with a leadoff homer, and then after that, the bats just heated up. Ace Reese, Garrett Fry subbed in and got a big hit. Noah Sullivan, and next thing you know, we explode to a 5-1 lead. And then going into the 7th, Drew Wires again, another leadoff home run, and the bats heat up again. And then going into that, I believe it was the 8th inning, then you have another leadoff shot by Ryder Woodson. And State, just like I said, once the bats got hot, they stayed hot throughout the rest of the game, and State pulls out a big win after being down 1-0 through the top of the 6th.
Yeah, and like you said, Ryan McPherson with a stellar start. He's the clear-cut best pitcher on this roster. From a sheer talent standpoint, I think we can both agree with that. But tonight, talking about the present, Tomas Valinkas gets the start tonight. What are you looking forward to see from him and kind of what his progression so far through this season has been?
Yeah, well, Valencius has been great all season as well. I mean, a 1.08 ERA. I mean, 3 appearances, 3 wins. He's looked great, and so we're expecting him to do a lot of the same. We have our Friday and Saturday starters, I guess in this instance, Thursday and Friday starters are both great. Valencius and McPherson have been 2 solid guys that we could count on game in and game out, and so expecting a lot of the same here. Probably a low run count for Lipscomb tonight. They're going to have to earn everything they get against Valencius.
No doubt. So Tomas Valinkas gets the start tonight. He's 3-0. He's looking to go 4-0 here in his 4th appearance this season. With that, we're just a couple minutes from getting started. We'll go and get into the visitors lineups. Lipscomb 6-6 on the season. We'll start off from the top of the order. Leading off for them is the second baseman Brady Miller. The center fielder batting second will be Hudson Miles. The right fielder Aaron Stellaganis had a stellar night last night. Went 3 for 4, the senior in the 3 spot. The first baseman Blake Carter, the sophomore, he will be the cleanup hitter tonight for the Bisons. The shortstop in the 5th spot, number 12, Kai Holm, the senior shortstop, will get it. Will bat in the 5th spot. The designated hitter tonight will be Cole Pipinger. And 7, 8, 9 will be Cam Pruitt, Simon Scarf. In the 9-hole spot will be Eric Harper to round out the order. Now for Mississippi State, leading off will be Drew Wires. Had a pretty spectacular outing with his kind of first appearance in the lineup as the leadoff hitter. The senior transfer out of Bryant gets the start. He had 2 home runs last time in Game 1 against Lipscomb. Ace Reese, the first-team All-American, playing third base. He'll bat second. Noah Sullivan, he'll get the start at first base tonight as opposed to the designated hitting role that he has been in. But tonight the designated hitter will be Garrett Fry, also batting cleanup. Catcher tonight will be Andrew Raymond in the 5th hole spot. The shortstop will be Ryder Woodson. He'll get the second start in the 6th spot, like yesterday. And Jacob Parker will bat 7th and play right field. The left fielder will be James Nunnally as he looks to find a rhythm and get out of the slump that he's been in. And to round out the order for the Bulldogs will be Bryce Chance, the center fielder. But like we said earlier, Tomas Valinkas gets the start, sitting at hovering just over a 1-run ERA, 1.08 through his 16 2/3 innings pitched. So pretty exciting night as he gets his 4th appearance. The umpires tonight will be Seth Buckminster. The first base umpire will be Anthony Perez. At second base will be Jordan Farrell, and the third baseman tonight, or the third base umpire will be Nathan Huber. Mississippi State wearing the white pants, maroon jerseys, maroon baseball caps, and it'll be gray pants, black jerseys, and black caps for the Lipscomb Bisons. Pretty great weather tonight, I must say. Not a tremendous amount of wind. I think it's about maybe 15 miles an hour. I don't know. It might be picking up a little bit with this incoming weather. Appears to be blowing towards northwest. So we'll see how the wind plays a factor in tonight's matchup, as the first batter of the night will be Brady Miller, the second baseman, batting .286 tonight through his 35 at-bats. He's got 10 hits. No home runs yet for the leadoff hitter, as the left-handed pitcher Tomas Valinkas gets set for the first pitch. And it's a fastball upstairs at 95, outside for ball one.
Yeah, Valencias has a lot of velo coming off the hands there. 95 to start off the night, expecting that to continue throughout the game.
The 1-0 pitch is up in the zone again for ball two.
Yeah, that one just at the top of the zone. Didn't get the call early, but not a bad pitch at all.
Yeah, we saw last night with Ryan McPherson, he 4 straight pitches for a walk, but after that foul ball, we now sit at a 2-1 count here with no outs at the top of the first.
Yeah, had another high fastball. This time swinging was Brady Miller and not able to get good contact. Fouls off over to the right.
So Valinkas, the stretch in the pitch, 2-1, a swing and a miss. Off another fastball outside, gets a swing and a miss.
Yeah, that's 4 straight fastballs now. Not able to time it up early is Brady Miller, and so I'd expect the same thing. Another 95-mile-per-hour fastball, put him away.
Lefty-righty matchup, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, off speed, and he got a swing from Brady Miller for the first out and the first strikeout tonight for Tomas Valinkas.
Yeah, great pitch there, off speed, low in the dirt. Was not ready for it at all. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1.
So Valinkas getting started on the right foot with the first batter. That'll be his 22nd strikeout of the season. As first pitch is an off-speed pitch to Hudson Miles, the center fielder, for strike 1.
Yeah, inside, off-speed pitch. Swing and a miss. No chance for Hudson Miles, excuse me.
The windup in the pitch. Responds with the fastball at 96. So Valinkas ahead in the count on Miles.
Yeah, I mean, going 85 changeup to a 96 fastball is just filthy.
The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, back-to-back Ks. Both swinging. And Valinkas, the transfer from Virginia, improves his total now to 2 Ks on the night.
Yeah, that was swing and a miss 3 straight times. Off speed, then fastball. No chance for Hudson Miles.
Only needed 3 pitches. So Valinkas will face 3 straight right-handed pitchers to start out here in the first inning. First pitch to Stellaganis, his fastball inside corner at 95 for strike 1.
Yeah, that fastball is nasty right now. He can place it wherever he wants early. Looking really good.
Aaron Stellaganis had one of the better performances last night for the Bisons, going 3 for 4, just was able to piece through a lot of the pitching staff for Mississippi State last night. Ryan McPherson getting the start for Mississippi State. Then Maddox Webb coming in, and Ben Davis to close out for the Bulldogs. The 1-1 pitch, off speed, 88, but not enough for the home plate umpire, Seth Buckminster.
Yeah, he has a very tight strike zone right now, just on the outside. Thought it should have been called strike, but nonetheless.
2-1 pitch, a chopper over to third base. Ace Reese gloves it, tosses across the diamond. 3 up, 3 down, a couple strikeouts in the ground out, and that'll do it for the top of the first inning. We're going to step aside, and we'll be back in just a minute for the bottom of the first. We'll be back for more MSU baseball on BSSN. Welcome you back out to Duty Noble Field. No score yet here in the bottom of the first inning, as Tomas Valenkas goes 3 up, 3 down. A couple strikeouts to start out and a ground out to third base. So now to lead off for the Bulldogs will be Drew Wires, who started off slow in his first 2 at-bats, but his last 2 at-bats of last game, in game 1 against Lipscomb, 2 straight bombs to left field, Charlie.
Yeah, 2 solo shots, back-to-back innings, leadoff as well. Just really good there from Drew to get us going and start what eventually became a big run for State to pull away.
So first pitch to Wires is a fastball outside at 91 for ball 1.
Yeah, another one where that strike zone is very small currently for the umpire. Looked like that could have easily been called strike, but we'll take it nonetheless for a 1-0 count.
Drew Wires sitting at .429 batting average through his 14 at-bats. The 1-0 pitch is upstairs for ball 2.
Yeah, just a little high there. Catcher tried to frame it properly but wasn't able to do so. 2-0 count now. Drew Wires can take a hack.
So the starting pitcher tonight will be Colin Bosley Smith, as the 2-0 pitch is breaking ball outside for ball 3. So Wires in perfect position right now to leading it off for Mississippi State right now.
Yeah, big time. Really can do whatever he wants here. Swing if it's in the zone. If not, take it and get on base.
3-0 pitch, fastball inside corner for strike 1.
Yeah, great pitch there. High fastball. Just at the top of the zone, 92 miles per hour. Work his way back in the count, see if he can't bring it to full.
No score yet here in the game. Bottom 1. Leadoff hitter for Mississippi State, Drew Wires. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Yeah, really good fastball there as well. 92 right over the heart of the plate. Drew Wires not able to time it up. Now we sit full count.
So Bosley Smith, the starting right-handed pitcher, falls behind in the count 3-0, now battles back full count. Payoff pitch. Check swing. First base umpire says he didn't go around, so Drew Wires able to start off the first at-bat with a walk, so he'll head over to first base. Now due up will be Ace Reese, the junior left-handed hitter, sitting at .421. Ironically enough, Drew Wires and Ace Reese both sit at .421 batting average, but we know that statistic won't sit around for long. righty-lefty matchup as Bosley Smith tosses it over to first to keep Wires honest. On deck will be Noah Sullivan. In the hole will be Garrick Fry, the cleanup hitter tonight. First pitch is a breaking ball inside corner to Ace Reese for strike one.
Yeah, great pitch there. 83-mile-per-hour breaking ball. Falls right into the zone. Gets ahead of the count early, which is what you have to do against Ace Reese.
Ace Reese, now in his second season for Mississippi State, transferred from Houston after his freshman season. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball inside for ball one to even it up, 1-1.
Yeah, inside fastball. Great take there from Ace Reese. Lefty batters love to swing on those inside pitches, but really good discipline to let that go and even up the count 1-1.
No outs here in the bottom of the first inning. A runner sitting at first base. Ace Reese, the second batter of the ninth for Mississippi State. The 1-1 pitch. Another off-speed inside, catches the corner for strike two. So Bosley Smith ahead on Reese.
Yeah, that was a great pitch, off speed, inside. Ace just, I guess, was sitting fastball, wasn't expecting the off speed. Caught looking.
Ace Reese, known for his hitting ability and his power and strength, sitting at 4 home runs on the season. As Wires steals from first, heading over to second, the throw in time, but tag applied is no good. As Scarf put a pretty decent throw and tossed it over the shortstop Home, but as Home tried to apply the tag on Drew Wires, the ball kind of popped out of his glove. And nonetheless, we now have a runner sitting at scoring position, and Brian O'Connor liking to play small ball and, get as many runners in scoring position as possible.
Yeah, great decision there. And like you said, great throw there from Scharf. Just wasn't able to haul in and apply the tag. And now we have Wires in scoring position.
No outs here in the bottom of the first. 2-2 count. 2-2 pitch as that's sliced into left field. Ranging back is Harper. That'll be hauled in for out number one. Wires thought about tagging up, but ball was a little bit shallow in left field, so he'll stick around at second base. With one out, Noah Sullivan will step up to the plate.
Yeah, just a little late on the swing. That's why I was a little popped up in the left field. Runner obviously not able to advance with a bot fly being in left field. And so one out, Noah Sullivan up the bat. Drew Wires still at second. See if he can get a hit here and bring him in.
So Sullivan now up to the plate. The senior out of Orlando, Florida, takes first pitch. Breaking ball in the zone for strike one.
Yeah, takes the first pitch, 83-mile-per-hour, off speed, lowish in the zone, but finds the strike zone for strike one.
Colin Bosley Smith, a tall right-handed pitcher, sitting at an 8.44 ERA coming into this game. Second pitch to Sullivan, pours in a fastball over the middle for strike two.
Yeah, Noah probably should have swung at that one right over the heart of the plate. Fastball. Won't find one, much more setup for you to swing at. But Noah typically does go down 0-2 and finds a way to work his way back in the count. So we'll see what he can do here.
Bosley Smith comes set. The 0-2 pitch. That's fouled back, heading up towards me and Charlie. That'll go out of play.
I was ready to make a play that came to me.
And Charlie Curley was a ball player back in his day, so we know he could have caught that. So after that foul ball, count remains the same. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Drew Wires from Mississippi State sits at second base. Bosley Smith comes set. The 0-2 pitch, and he gets Noah Sullivan chasing on the breaking ball for out number 2.
Yeah, Noah always has a very risky approach to his at-bats. He typically always takes the first 2 pitches, and right there you go down 0-2, and it's just hard because then you have to choke up on the bat and play a much more conservative at-bat. Wasn't able to do much with it, and so Noah Sullivan strikes out for out number 2 in the inning.
Yeah, that leads me to think, Charlie, with his injuries and leading him not to play in those first few games, how important do you think it is to have those first few at-bats to start off the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely huge, and No, Sullivan, he's been playing great. I mean, batting in the mid to upper 300s, and so we know that he still has the bat to him. But right there, I mean, I just don't know how. I mean, especially that second pitch, fastball right over the heart of the plate. That's a pitch that Noah Sullivan should swing at every single time. And deciding to take it and go down 0-2 early wasn't the best decision.
0-1 pitch, chopper over to second base, gloved and tossed to first for out number 3. So that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. That'll take us to the top of the second as Valinkas for the Bulldogs heads out to the mound. We'll be back in just a few minutes for more Bulldog baseball. No score yet, top of the second. Tomas Valinkas, the left-handed pitcher for Mississippi State, comes back on the mound to face 4, 5, and 6. It'll be Blake Carter due up to the plate, the first baseman. Takes a big swing at the 94-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 1.
Yeah, the fastball's working it now for Valinkas. He's placing it wherever he wants, and these guys are just biting at it every single time.
The 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball inside for strike 2.
Yeah, Valinkas is working right now. Ahead of the count 0-2. You can kind of throw whatever you want here. Expect a ball here, see if he'll bite on it. Get him out of here early.
Blake Carter, arguably one of the best batters on this lineup. 0-2 pitch is fouled right side just into the Omaha club. Sliced backwards and heads up play for the fans in the upper deck. Lefty-righty matchup. No outs here in the top of the second. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the off speed, and that'll do it. The third strikeout and the first of this inning now for Tomas Valinkas.
Yeah, just like I said, breaking ball low in the dirt, but the spin made him bite on it. Big swing and a miss, and Valinkas working early here. 3 strikeouts on the night.
Yeah, 3 Ks, 4 batters faced. He's very efficient so far through his 16 pitches. Now due up to the plate, Kai Holm, the shortstop, number 12, sitting at 278, takes first pitch. Fastball inside for strike 1.
Yeah, Valinkas just does such a great job of being ahead of the count early. He's almost 0-1 every time, which keeps you in it and also just gives you so much confidence going into that second pitch.
No doubt. Second pitch is another fastball to Holm for strike 2. So 1 out, top 2, no score yet here in game 2 against Lipscomb. The 0-2 pitch to Holm. Breaking ball a little bit slow, but not by much, Charlie.
Yeah, that's not a bad pitch at all. A little low, like you said, John Wesley, but great take there from Kai Holm. Have the discipline not to swing on that and try and even up the count here, 1-2.
Holm, a senior out of Redwood City, California. 1-2 pitch is sliced into right field. That'll get down in front of Jacob Parker, the right fielder, tonight, as he'll relay in towards Drew Wires for the first hit of this ball game.
Yeah, great work there from Kai Holm. A little late on the swing, but just got enough of it to kind of bloop out there. A little line drive blooper into short right field. And now you got a guy on base here for Cole Pippinger, the designated hitter.
So Pippinger, a hitter that we did not see last night in Game 1 against the Dogs. Linkus tries to pick off over at first base. So with 1 out in the top of the second and no score, a runner sits at first base. The first pitch to Pippinger is a fastball outside for ball 1.
Yeah, just outside. Like I said, the strike zone's very tight tonight. That would have been a strike last night, but today it is not.
Infield shaded towards the left side. 1-0 pitch is another fastball outside for ball 2.
Yeah, behind the count, 2-0 now. Valinkas probably needs to get something in the strike zone, get a swing. Try and even up this count here, down 2-0.
With the defense shifted towards the left side, you'd like to think that Mississippi State would try to get a double play ball. 2-0 pitch is a breaking ball, a little bit inside. I'm not sure where that missed, but a 3-0 pitch coming up to Pippinger. Cole Pippinger, a freshman out of Hillsborough, Tennessee, sits at 125. Takes the 3-0 pitch, fastball inside for strike 1. So 3-1 count here with 1 out.
Yeah, 3-1 count. Trying to even it back up here, get it the full, see what he can do here.
Runner at first as Valinkas tosses over to Sullivan at first. Trying to keep Kai Holm, the base runner, close to the bag so they can prevent the stolen base. Another pickoff attempt, just a little bit late.
Yeah, having a lefty pitcher is so great for that pickoff at first. You kind of have eyes on it at all time, even if you're using your peripheral. And right there, quick throwback, nearly got him.
The 3-1 pitch, off speed upstairs for ball 4. So after the 1-out single from Kai Holm, then the 6-hole hitter, the freshman, designated hitter Pippinger, has a good at-bat and walks over to first as Justin Parker will trot out to the mound to have a quick mound visit with his day 2 starter. Charlie, what do you think he's telling him?
Yeah, this is probably just a confidence booster. I mean, obviously that first inning was so strong, and now here in the second, you got a guy on first and second, 1 out. So this is probably just to go back to what was working in the first inning. The fastball was eating. The off-speed was working, mixing that in super well. And so if you're Valinkas here, lock back in. You're completely fine. Not much to panic about yet. Just keep doing what you're doing and get out of this inning.
So top 2, no score yet here in Game 2 against Lipscomb. Mississippi State defense looking to settle in. Tomas Valinkas now has runners at first and second with only 1 out. The first pitch to Cam Pruitt, number 7, the third baseman, is a fastball at 94 outside for ball 1.
Yeah, and just like I was saying, Valinkas was so good at being ahead of the count, and since I've said that, he's been behind in the count every time. He's got to get back to throwing first pitch strikes.
1-0 pitch, responds with a strike, 94 fastball to even it up at 1-1 here with 1 out.
Yeah, great pitch, fastball inside, catches the edge of that zone, evens up the count. Great work from Valinkas.
So Pippinger at first, Holm at second for the Bisons. 1-1 pitch is fouled back to the right side, back into the Omaha Club second deck on the first baseline here at Dudy Noble. Pretty nice crowd here at the Dude tonight. Fans are filling out. Students are leaving for spring break and enjoying the rest of this beautiful weather. Now the 1-2 pitch. Fastball fouled off the very edge of the bat. So count remains the same, 1-2.
Yeah, just a foul tip back behind home plate. Valinkas is definitely thinking strikeout here. Put him away, get 2 outs, and get out of this inning here.
Now the 1-2 pitch is fouled off the edge of the bat once again, so count remains the same.
Yeah, that hit right off the bottom of the bat. I don't even know how he made contact with that ball. It was in the dirt. Cam Pruitt able to tip it off, stay alive. 1-2 count now.
So now the 1-2 pitch, off speed, and gets a strikeout looking on Cam Pruitt. A big K to respond after the base hit and the walk. Now with 2 outs at the top of the second and no score, Valinkas will try to get out of this inning with the runner in scoring position.
Yeah, I feel like every time Justin Parker goes to the mound to talk, these pitchers always rally back and look really, really good. And right there, Valinkas, after the chat from Coach Parker, strikeout, 2 outs now, chance to get out of the inning, completely unscathed.
First pitch is off speed outside for ball 1. And yeah, we saw a similar story last time for the relief pitcher Maddox. Webb had to come into the game and try to relieve from the damage that he kind of came into. But right now, Valinkas creating his own damage and wanting to get out of it. As that off-speed pitch was inside for ball 2, so now a 2-0 count to Scarf. 2-0 pitch, a swing and a miss at 93. The fastball outside gets a swing and a miss from Scarf.
Yeah, he was early on that fastball. He was sitting fastball, but he was expecting a little more velo. Way early on the swing. 2-1 count now for Valinkas.
2-1 pitch, and off speed. And now the count evens up at 2-2. So Deuce is on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top 2, no score yet. Runners at first and second.
Must be a big punch out here.
2-2 pitch, as that's lifted high, ranging over towards the visitors' bullpen, and that'll just barely go out of play, as it looked like Noah Sullivan might have had a play as he tried to reach over the wall, but yeah, that would have been a tough play to make.
Yeah, it was possible to make that play, but like you said, very, very tough play to make. Bounced off like the railing awning area over there towards the berm. Wasn't able to haul it in, tosses the ball to a kid. 2-2 count. This would be a big punch out here for Valinkas.
So after the foul ball, count remains the same. Deuces, 2-2 pitch. Lifted into shallow left field. Ranging back is Ryder Woodson, the shortstop, to secure the pop out for out number 3. So bottom 2, we head to it now. Valinkas gets out of the jam. We'll be back in just a minute. No score yet here at the Dude. No score yet here in the bottom of the second inning. Colin Bosley Smith, the starting pitcher, heads out to the mound for the Bisons. Up to the plate here in the bottom of the second will be Andrew Raymond, Ryder Woodson, Jacob Parker. A three set of pretty young athletes on this team. Back-to-back sophomores and a freshman. And I guess that's the beauty of this lineup, is it has such a wide variety of talent, from seniors, graduate students, to sophomores and freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah, I mean, I want to especially look at the catcher position here. Andrew Raymond, Sean James had such a great night last night. Chooses to go with Raymond now. And I guess we were talking about it before the broadcast, but just really trying to figure out who can be a consistent guy at catcher for State, especially probably with the bat more than defensively.
No doubt. As there really hasn't been much of a problem with the batting. As Raymond takes the 0-1 pitch, off speed for strike two. So Bosley Smith ahead in the count now. 0-2 on Raymond.
Yeah, great off speed. Started out high in the zone, came back down, right to the middle for strike two.
0-2 pitch, another off-speed pitch, and gets a strikeout looking. Three straight pitches, three off-speed pitches, and gets Raymond down on strikes.
Yeah, that wasn't a great at-bat for Raymond at all. First pitch swinging, and then kind of backed out of the aggressive approach and just looked at the next two pitches. Both right in the zone, very hittable balls, and Raymond strikes out looking.
Yeah, and that's what we're kind of just alluding to, Charlie, is that there really hasn't been a ton of problems with batting, but there's been more problems at the catcher position whenever it comes to defense. And if you're not going to be good at defense, you're not going to be good at offense. You're gonna need to find somebody that has a really good bat.
Yeah, that's right, and that's what Sean James did so good last night defensively as well. Threw out a couple of guys, made that great play, picked him off at first after the strikeout for a huge double play when bases were loaded, and stuff like that's what we want at catcher. And then obviously the bats. I mean, Maluski, when he started, didn't look great with the bat. He came out and hasn't started since, and so O'Connor's very, very quick to sub out and change at the catcher position until he finds his guy.
Yeah, definitely not afraid to mix it up and find the right lineup, as it's been a different lineup just about every single night that he's been a head coach for Mississippi State. As now we sit at a 2-0 count on Ryder Woodson here with one out in the bottom of the second. No score yet. 2-0 pitch to Woodson is a fastball inside for ball three.
Yeah, and Ryder Woodson's been so good these past few series and games. Batting up to 319 now. Especially, we talked about it in the last broadcast, but last weekend against UCLA was so great, and even had a good night last night. Let's see if he can continue it today.
3-0 pitch is a fastball inside. Responds for the first strike.
Yeah, 3-0 count, you're always going to take it and pitch right over the heart of the plate for strike one. 3-1 count now for Ryder.
Automatic take, like Charlie said. So with one out, a 3-1 count to Woodson. 3-1 pitch is fouled back left side behind me and Charlie. I want to take this moment to give a shout out to our social media pages. Follow us on Instagram at Bulldog Student Sports Network, on IG, and our Twitter page at BSSN_MSU. So back to the action, a full count coming up to the shortstop, Ryder Woodson from Mississippi State. One out in the bottom of the second. Payoff pitch is in the dirt for ball four, and a leadoff walk for Ryder Woodson.
Yeah, great at-bat there for Ryder. You get ahead of the count 3-0. You take the pitch 3-1. Just great discipline all around. That off-speed's one that can really catch your eye sometimes and you want to swing at it, but great discipline to let it fall into the dirt. Ball four, get on first base, and now Jacob Parker a chance to advance him.
Parker, a freshman out of Purvis, Mississippi. 20 at-bats, only 4 hits, sitting at a 200 batting average this season. But he's got that home run hitting power, 2 home runs on the season. As takes a big swing and fouls it off the first pitch for strike one.
Yeah, I mean, his 4 hits, 2 of them being home runs. This guy can crush the baseball. He's just got to be a little more consistent with the bat in his hand. And he's a young guy and he's figuring out. And Coach O'Connor doing a great job of giving these young guys chances to continue to get out there and heat up.
So Woodson sits at first base. Bosley Smith will keep him honest with a toss over at first. An 0-1 count to Jacob Parker at the plate. Righty-lefty matchup as home plate umpire will call time as Parker tosses over appeared to be one of his protection gear sort of things. Now the 0-1 pitch is fouled off left side. Count will move to no balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Mississippi State still looking to find their first hit. They've had a couple base runners, but hasn't been able to find a barrel to the bat just yet. As Bosley Smith comes set, the 0-2 pitch is off speed upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, good take there. He wound it up. I thought he was going to swing at it high in the zone. It was hittable, but obvious ball and great take there from Jacob Parker. Trying to work your way back into this count.
James Nunnally, the sophomore outfielder on deck. Bryce Chance in the hole. The 1-2 pitch is sent deep into right field. A line drive, no doubt, 2-run shot for Jacob Parker.
Yeah, and just like I said on that last pitch, high fastball, he wound it up. I thought he was going to swing at it, and this is very much the same exact pitch. High fastball, but this time he swings at it and crushes it, a no-doubter into right center field. And Jacob Parker, 5 hits, 3 home runs. This guy has some serious home run power to him.
Yeah, and we kind of had a little bit of foreshadowing before he even hit it, Charlie, but you said it yourself. He's got more home runs than he does actual base hits, singles or, non-extra base hits. I mean, this guy seems to have the power. Love to see how he progresses through his career here at Mississippi State just in his freshman season as a Bulldog.
Yeah, and you could tell, like I said, I mean, that high fastball, he wound up, didn't swing, and then that one he wound up and let it rip. So very clear he likes a high fastball.
So first pitch is off speed to Nunnally for strike 1. We're just now joining us. Jacob Parker just sent one deep into right field. A line drive, no doubter, 2-run shot to take the lead for Mississippi State 2-0 in the bottom of the second.
That's a huge confidence builder as well. Batting 200, get another home run to you. That must feel really good. And now Nunnally as well is a guy that we would love to see get going. Has struggled all season long. Would love to see him get going here.
Infield shaded towards the right side. The 1-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball 2.
Yeah, great take there. Head of the count 2-1. I'd love to see Nunnally get a rip here and build some confidence.
Yeah, not only one of 2 guys last night to not record a hit, so very important for him to see some action tonight. 2-1 pitch is lifted out of play towards the left side of the field, just past the concourse. So now through 32 at-bats, only 7 hits for the young sophomore left fielder.
Yeah, I mean, in that first series against Hofstra, he looked great, was hitting the ball super well, and then has just kind of gone ice cold since.
2-2 pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. Yeah, and it hasn't been a lack of opportunities for Nunnally as the transfer from Virginia with coming along with Brian O'Connor. You got to think that he's got some serious faith in him.
Yeah, I mean, led off the home opener with a double, and then just hasn't found anything since.
Payoff pitch is a grounder right to the pitcher, bounced off his glove to the shortstop. That was shifted towards the right side of the field and gloved and tossed over to first for out number 2.
Yeah, great shift there from Lipscomb. Not only hit right into it, like you said, John Wesley bounces off the pitcher's glove into the shortstop's hand in a routine play to first for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, and I think if it's one of those plays that with this modern day baseball and the analytics and keeping up with every individual person's stats, I don't think that play is made if the shift is not towards the right side. As Bryce Chance, the Graduate student takes first pitch, pops it up left side over towards the catcher, but bounced off the glove of Scarf. So Bryce Chance will head his way back to the batter's box, and I don't know, Charlie, I'd like to say he's probably bailed out after that one.
Yeah, absolutely. The fans at Dudy Noble definitely helped make that happen. Yelling and screaming at him, wasn't able to keep his focus and stays alive. Now you got to take advantage of that and get on base here if you're Bryce Chance.
All right, sometimes the lights are a little bit too bright, the fans are a little bit too loud. Bottom 2-0 Mississippi State leads over Lipscomb. Bosley Smith, the starting pitcher, still on the mound for the Bisons. The 0-1 pitch to Chance. Not caught by the catcher, but called a strike. So it'll be strike 2 on Chance.
Yeah, down 0-2. Bryce Chance has been one of the most consistent guys on our team. He's been great all season long. Still batting in that 9-hole. 0-2 count, going to choke up and get a hit here.
So now 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch is a fastball on the outside corner, called for ball 1. And Bosley Smith was nearly running towards the dugout as he thought the home plate umpire Buckminster was going to call strike 3 on that one.
Such good discipline from Bryce Chance not to swing at that.
1-2 pitch, another fastball,
Wow.
similar spot, and a great take from Chance.
Yeah, back-to-back great takes. Those could have gone either way. He gets the call there for 2 straight balls, and now he works his way all the way back into this count, evens it up 2-2.
Bryce Chance has been one of the harder batters to strike out in his time at Mississippi State. 2-2 pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt for ball 3, so a full count coming up to the center fielder for the Bulldogs.
Man, if he manages to get on base here after, a drop pop fly, then down 0-2, and with those 2 great takes that he took, man, this would be great from Bryce Chance.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, but fouled off, and Chance stays alive.
That's exactly what you got to do. Pitch in the zone, wasn't really ready for it, but able to put a bat on the ball, foul it off, and stay alive. So Bryce Chance doing a great job in this at-bat.
Yeah, just ever so slightly tips the ball and keeps this at-bat alive in this inning alive for Mississippi State. Bottom 2, State leads 2-0. Full count coming up to Bryce Chance with 2 outs. As that's popped up right side, heading towards the visitors' bullpen, but out of play. Just a couple yards into the stands, just outside of the bullpen for the visitors' side on the first base line.
Yeah, Bryce Chance hanging in there. Another one fouled off over into shallow right field. Way to hang in there, Bryce. Come on.
So 2 outs, bottom 2. Dogs trying to keep this inning alive with Bryce Chance at the 9-hole spot. And the payoff pitch is upstairs and inside for ball 4. So back to the top of the order with 2 outs, and Drew Wires, who walked in his first at-bat, looks to continue his hot hitting streak after last night.
Yeah, Drew Wires, so good last night with the two solo shots, and now's a chance to advance Bryce Chance after that incredible at-bat from Bryce. And if you're Drew Wires here, get something in play. We've been so good with 2 outs all season long, and let's see if we can keep that going.
Drew Wires has just been a baseball player time in and time out in his career across baseball. The senior from Columbus, New Jersey, transferred from Bryant, who spent his freshman season at Stetson and spent his sophomore season at Manhattan, a team that Mississippi State played in the opening series last year. Spent his junior season at Bryant at shortstop and earned the Lynn Harlow American East Player of the Year award last season, as well as a 2025 first-team All-America East player. As he now sits at a 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch is a fastball outside for ball 2.
Yeah, and ahead of the count 2-0. Guy on first base. Drew Wires has got to be thinking, send one in the gap here and let the speed of Bryce Chance potentially even get you home with one that's all the way to the wall. So, and Drew Wires is very capable of doing so.
Wires 4 RBIs on the season as Chance Has to slide back in. Nearly picked off at first base. Only one hit in the ball game, a 2-run shot earlier this inning from Jacob Parker. As Bryce Chance leaves from first base, nearly hit in the head is Drew Wires as Chance slides in second base. Another stolen bag for the graduate student.
Yeah, pitch, like you said, almost hit Drew right in the face, able to evade it, and then Bryce Chance, an easy slide into second. Not much pressure there about getting tagged up, and now you got him in scoring position. Anything into the outfield that lands likely will bring him home.
Yeah, like you said, with the elite speed from Bryce Chance, anything that gets in play could potentially bring him home. As the catcher for the Lipscomb Bisons will call timeout and head towards the mound to have a quick conversation with Colin Bosley-Smith. Starting pitcher for the Bisons through an inning and 2/3 has a hit and 2 earned runs with 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. Now through his 9 batters faced. Now in the bottom of the second, his pitch count starting to rise a little bit. 45 pitches total. So Wires will step back in the box. Nearly hitting the head as the upstairs fastball was inside. Bryce Chance able to steal second base. As now a 3-0 count here with 2 outs. 3-0 pitch is a fastball over the heart of the plate for strike 1.
Yeah, big time pitch there. Obviously, 3-0 count. You've got to throw a strike. You don't want to walk someone and bring up the best bat, one of the best bats in baseball. So, big pitch there.
Now 3-1 pitch, breaking ball outside, and back-to-back walks now for Drew Wires. Walks in his first at bat and takes another walk in his second. So now due up to the plate is Ace Reese, who flew out to left field in his first at bat, but now with runners at first and second, he's got a big opportunity. So with that, head coach for the Bisons will walk out to the mound and have a quick conversation. And I don't think it's going to be a conversation. I think this is going to be a pitching change. So new pitcher on the mound for the Bisons. We're going to step aside, and we will be back after this pitching change. New pitcher on the mound for the Bisons. It'll be Javara Martin Jr., the junior left-handed pitcher out of Atlanta, Georgia. Now comes into a tricky situation. Now here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Facing Ace Reese now with pretty big-time situation with an opportunity to drive in a few more runs as State now leads 2-0 over Lipscomb. A lefty-lefty matchup. Wire sits at first, Chance at second as it pitches upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, 1-1 count. You just got to be so careful pitching against Ace Reese. I mean, if he puts something in play here, potential to bring in 2 guys with a big-time hit, and you know Ace Reese is very capable of doing so.
1-1 pitch to Reese is a fastball outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the second, State leads by 2. Ace Reese, one of the best batters in the country, the best on the team. Now has runners at first and second. Now with the new pitcher in the game for the Bisons. Martin Jr. comes set. The 2-1 pitch is upstairs for ball 3.
Yeah, and this is trouble here. You don't want bases loaded with Noah Sullivan coming up to bat. Got to find a way to work back in this count if you're Lipscomb. If not, Noah Sullivan has a chance to do some big damage here with bases loaded.
Martin comes set. 3-1 pitch. Off speed is outside. Ball 4 called. So a great at-bat for Ace Reese, and that loads up the bases for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and this is what you want to see. 2 outs. I've said we've been so good with 2 outs all season long, and now bases loaded, 2 outs, Noah Sullivan up to bat. And we know how dangerous he is. He has to switch up the approach here. He's been taking the first 2 pitches his last 2 at-bats. Need him to be a little bit more aggressive here with 2 outs. Try and put something in play.
Martin Jr. comes from the windup. The first pitch is off the glove of the catcher. Bryce Chance makes his way over to home plate. And another run comes across for the Bulldogs. Bryce Chance able to tap home plate without any problem. Doesn't even slide. He just has to run across the plate, and another run comes across for State. Dogs lead 3-0 over Lipscomb.
Yeah, very errant pitch there. Gets away from the catcher. Bryce Chance, like you said, just prances on into home. Extends the lead now to 3-0.
So it just takes 1 pitch. So wild pitch for Martin Jr. Now runners at second and third, Mississippi State. The 1-0 pitch is pulled immediately left side. Nearly goes into Mississippi State's press box.
I think it did go into the press box and bounce out. I don't know what it hit in there to bounce out, but had some velo. That ball was crushed.
We've seen a couple of foul balls make its way into the box at some point. 1-1 pitch is chopper third baseline, but foul. Great heads-up play right there from Nathan Huber.
Yeah, and this is the approach I'd like to see from Noah. Swinging the bat, actually trying to be aggressive here and put something in play. He was watching a lot of pitches for his first few at-bats last night and as well as tonight to start out, and now a much more aggressive approach. He's swinging at things in the zone, and I think he's going to get rewarded with a hit here.
It's going to be Reese and Wires. Reese at second, Wires at third. The 1-2 pitch is outside to even it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Dogs lead by 3 over Lipscomb.
Yeah, much better at bat here for Noah Sullivan. Having great discipline and not swinging at things outside of the zone, but then swinging at things in the zone and trying to put a bat on ball.
2-2 pitch is line drive deep to left field. Is it going to be fair? No, it's not. Into the Mississippi State bullpen foul. Charlie, that was pretty close, but foul.
Yeah, it was close. Ended up going just foul towards the end. Would have been close to a home run if it was fair. But like I said, I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Noah Sullivan now after that last at-bat. Very aggressive, and he's putting a lot of bats on balls.
Yes. Kind of weighted back in his first at-bat. Now a lot more on top of it. 2-2 pitch is fouled off right side. Count remains the same. Here with 2 outs, a 2-2 count. Runners at second and third. Noah Sullivan looking to drive in a few more runs for the Bulldogs and improve the lead for Mississippi State. Sullivan now sitting at 267 with runners on. 2-2 pitch is fouled back off the screen.
And he's just hanging in there, doing exactly what he needs to do. Hanging in there, using a lot of pitches here. Maybe Martin will get a little tired, throwing over the heart of the plate, and let him crush one.
I'm telling you, if you make a mistake like that on the mound, Noah Sullivan will make you pay for it. That's for sure. 2 outs, bottom 2, runners at second and third. 2-2 pitch is sent deep to left field. That ball is gone. Noah Sullivan makes him pay in a 2-run shot for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, exactly like I said. I said if you continue foul tipping and staying alive, eventually one will get hung over the heart of the plate, and that's exactly what happened. Fastball right over the heart of the plate, and Noah Sullivan, no doubter, moonshot into left center field. 3-run shot extends it to 6-0 now for Mississippi State, and Noah Sullivan, what a great at-bat. After that not-so-good at-bat to start out the night, makes up for it here with a 3-run moonshot.
Yeah, and I feel like we just have the crystal ball at this point, Charlie, because we've been foreshadowing a lot of these home runs, but we said if you put a ball in the zone for Noah Sullivan, he will make you pay, and he did exactly that. Fastball over the heart of the plate, and he just sends it straight in to the left field lounge for a 3-run shot. Now makes this game 6-0 over the Lipscomb Bisons. Not to mention that this inning is still not over, still with 2 outs. Garrick Fry up to the plate.
Yeah, and Garrick Fry, switch hitter. He'll be in the right-handed box now. Evens out the count 1-1. Garrick Fry has been so lethal all season. Been such a good, consistent guy for State. Can put him all over the place.
1-1 pitch is sent into right field, ranging back at the walls. No, it's not. Off the wall, and then Garrick Fry getting the call from second to third. He's going to make the play. Play at the plate, slides into third. Safe! Garrick Fry slides into third base, safe. And a 2-out triple for Garrick Fry, and that's why he's in the cleanup spot tonight.
Man, Garrick is just so good, and he's so fast as well. Hits that into the gap, one hops to the wall. Most of the time, that's a routine double for most guys, but he gets the call, uses his legs, and gets all the way to 3. And now, any base hit for Andrew Raymond will bring him in 90 feet away. The 2-out magic is just incredible from State this season.
That's right, a little 2-out rally going for the Bulldogs. Here in the bottom of the second, State now leads 6-0 with Andrew Raymond now up to the plate. But Garrick Fry, after a 2-out triple, now sits at third base just 90 feet away. Now the 1-0 pitch to Raymond. It's a fastball over the plate for strike 1 to even it up at 1-1 here with 2 outs.
Yeah, great pitch there. Evens it out 1-1. Martin Jr. has been struggling this inning, getting eaten alive by these State bats. See if he can get out of here and stop the bleeding.
1-1 pitch, a chopper first base side, glove by the first baseman. He's going to keep it himself, tap on the bag, and that'll end the bottom of the second for the Bulldogs. State scores 6 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. That'll do it for the second inning. We'll step aside, and we'll be back for the top of the third for more MSU baseball. Top of the third inning. State with a big bottom of the second inning. They take a now 6-run lead over the Lipscomb Bisons. Tomas Valinkas back on the mound for Mississippi State. First pitch to Eric Harper is a strike on the breaking ball.
Yeah, and ever since that talk from Justin Parker, he's been lights out. He started out lights out, let up a little bit, gave up a hit and a walk, had guys on first and second. Justin Parker comes out, gives a pep talk, and he's been on fire since. Continue doing what you're doing, Valinkas.
That's right. As the 1-1 pitch is a fastball upstairs over the glove of the catcher for Mississippi State, Andrew Raymond, tonight.
A little bit of an announcer's jinx there. Right as I say that, that ball was 2-3 feet over the head of Raymond. Hit the netting in the back. Was not a great pitch at all.
A little bit of a slip. 2-1 pitch. Responds with the strike. Fastball over the heart of the plate. Evens it up at 2-2.
Yeah, great pitch after the errant one. Evens it out 2-2. Chance to put him away here. Continue rolling.
2-2 pitch now. Fastball outside corner. Not enough for the home plate umpire, so a full count coming up to Eric Harper.
Yeah, just a little outside there. Not a bad pitch. One that could have gotten a swing on, but nonetheless, full count. Put him away here.
Be 9-1-2 up to the plate. A swing and a miss from Eric Harper. And now that'll be the 5th strikeout of the night for Tomas Valinkas.
Yeah, great pitch there. Swing and a miss. Strikeout 3. Or no, I think strikeout number 4 now is that, or is it 5? Nonetheless.
Yeah, 5th one of the night.
Yeah, 5th one of the night for Valinkas. He is rolling here early.
So now after that strikeout, Tomas Valinkas has struck out over half of the batters through the lineup tonight. First pitch to the leadoff hitter, Brady Miller, is a fastball inside and a little bit low for ball 1.
Yeah, low and away for ball number 1. Behind in the count, which we haven't seen much out of Valinkas tonight. Normally has been ahead of the count. See if they can even it out here.
1-0 pitch, a fastball gets a hack from Miller. Evens it up at 1-1.
Just like that, evens it out 1-1. Valinkas is so good at keeping it even or being ahead. See if he can get back ahead of the count here.
1-1 pitch, a off speed. It's a swing and miss from Miller. So Valinkas ahead in the count 1-2. 1 out in the top of the third. Dogs lead 6-0 over the Bisons. Thanks to a high-powered hitting approach in the bottom of the second. Now the 1-2 pitch is off speed inside for ball 2 to even it up at 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2 count. Again, went with that low breaking ball. Good discipline from Brady Miller not to swing on that one. 2-2 count for Valinkas.
2-2 pitch is hard hit ground ball left side, gets past the glove of Ace Reese. Now rounding first base, heading towards second is Miller, slides into second safe, and a 1-out double for Brady Miller, the leadoff hitter for the Bisons.
Yeah, great rip there from Brady. Right down third base line, gets past Ace Reese. All the way out into deep left field. And a double there for Brady Miller with 1 out. Lipscomb a chance to cut into the lead a little bit here.
So 1-out double on Valinkas. Now Hudson Miles, the center fielder, number 19, due up to the plate. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch to Miles. Fastball over the heart for strike 1.
Yeah, the fastball slowed down a little bit right at 92. He was pumping 95, 96 beginning of the game. Slowing down a little bit, but still such a commanding fastball. Can place it wherever he wants.
Double play depth now for the Bulldogs infield. A fastball not caught by the catcher, but a swing and miss. Now Valinkas sits at no balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Trying to bounce back with a potential strikeout after giving up a double. Valinkas looks over at second. The 0-2 pitch is fastball upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, 1-2 count here for Valinkas. Put him away, get 2 outs. and get out of this inning. Guy on second, scoring position. Try and keep him out of here.
Stellaganis on deck. 1-2 pitch, check swing. First base umpire says that he did not go around. So 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Like I mentioned, Stellaganis, the senior outfielder, on deck. And Blake Carter in the hole, the 2 best hitters in the lineup. 2-2 pitch is lifted into left field. That gets down for a base hit, just barely on the line. Turns out, actually, the third base umpire says it was foul. No,
fair ball, ground rule double.
Ground ball double. The third base umpire immediately lifted up his hands, but it looked like it was fair, but it was fair. So fair ball just barely clips the line, but a ground roll double. And so a run comes across for the Bison. So now a 6-1 ball game here in the top of the third. And now Hudson Miles will sit at second base, and Aaron Stellaganis up to the plate. The first pitch to him is off speed outside for ball 1.
Yeah, if you're Valinkas here, you got to settle in. Giving up a run now. Another guy in scoring position. Settle back in. Go to what you were doing well, the fastball, mixing in that off speed.
Valinkas will toss over to second and keep Miles close to the bag, trying to prevent a potential stolen base. Be Andrew Raymond behind the plate. Valinkas still on the mound for the Bulldogs. Sullivan at first. Drew Wires at second. Ryder Woodson at short. Ace Reese at third base. Check swing. Now we have a 1-1 count here with 1 out in the top of the third. After the ground roll double, we now sit at a 6-1 ball game. State still leads by 5 over Lipscomb. It'll be James Nunnally in left field, Bryce Chance at center, Jacob Parker in right field. As a fastball catches the lower half of the zone for strike 2. So Valinkas had an account at 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out in the top of the third. Valinkas in the stretch. The stretch of the pitch is in the dirt for ball 2.
If Valinkas got to settle in here, 2-2 count. Still 1 out. You got to put him away here. You don't want to get a guy on first and second, 1 out with their big bats up.
Valinkas comes set. 2-2 pitch is off speed outside for ball 3. So a full count coming up to one of the better hitters for Lipscomb, Aaron Stellaganis.
If Valinkas got to put him away here. Don't want to mess around too much.
Payoff pitch is grounder over towards the right side. Squeezes in between first and second. Play at the plate. Jacob Parker tosses it over to home. Now Andrew Raymond will toss over to second. And Stellaganis will slide in for the double. The 1-out double. The 4th hit of the game for the Bisons. Now makes this a 4-run ball game, 6-2. State still leads over Lipscomb.
Yeah, expect a mound visit here. Yep, and here it comes right now. Just got to settle in, regroup. After these past few at-bats have not gone our way. 3 straight doubles now.
Yeah. After the payoff pitch, a really good at-bat. Got to tip your cap to Stellaganis, but squeezes a ground ball. It wasn't inherently a very hard-hit ground ball, but it was perfectly placed right in between Noah Sullivan and Drew Wires, as Wires was shifted more towards second base for more double play depth, but nonetheless, a runner sitting at second base. Blake Carter now up to the plate. Struck out in his first at-bat. Now takes first pitch for ball 1. Yeah, it's a ground ball, hard hit to Ace Reese. Looks over at second and pump fakes the throw and tags the lead runner out at second base. A great heads-up play from the starting third baseman, Reese. And that's just beautiful defense from the Bulldogs right there.
Yeah, great there from Ace Reese. Looked like he was just going to look him off and throw it to first. Pump fakes, kind of froze him in place and able to apply the tag to him. So now you have nobody in scoring position and man on first with 2 outs. Now for Valinkas, a lot less pressure on you. You're able to pitch a little bit more freely now with no one in scoring position.
So after the fielder's choice, Ace Reese tags the runner out at second base. So now only just one runner. It'll be Blake Carter for the Bisons sitting at first base. First pitch to Kai Holm is for a strike. Now with 2 outs in the top of the third inning. 6-2 ball game as that pitch is lifted into center field, ranging back as Chance, and a line out. And that'll do it for the top of the third inning. State leads by 4 runs, but Lipscomb draws blood. They score 2 runs here in the top of the third. We'll be back for the bottom of the third inning for more MSU baseball. Bottom of the third inning. Bulldogs now up to the plate. Ryder Woodson, Jacob Parker, and James Nunnally. 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. Ryder Woodson walked in his first at-bat and scored a run back in the second inning. Second pitch to him is another ball and another timeout taken. Head coach for Lipscomb is sprinting out to the mound for a quick conversation with the relief pitcher, Javara Martin.
Yeah, you don't really see a coach come out after only 2 pitches. Start off the inning, 2-0 count. Ran out there immediately.
Yeah, I'd like to think he's probably buying some time, maybe having a quick conversation. Lots of activity in the Lipscomb bullpen. See about 2 or 3 pitchers warming up already. Ryder Woodson back in the plate. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. 2-0 pitch is a fastball inside for strike 1.
Yeah, whatever he said must have worked. Good pitch there. 2-1 count. Chance to even it up here.
It's 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Bottom 3, state lead 6-2. 2-1 pitch is off speed outside for ball 3. So a 3-1 count coming up to Woodson. Lefty-righty matchup. Martin in the windup. Windup in the pitch, and that's a line drive in the gap into left center field. That gets down. That rolls all the way to the wall. Rounding first base, headed towards second is Woodson, and a stand-up double for the sophomore shortstop.
Yeah, Ryder Woodson has been farming doubles since he got to state. And I mean, right there, this season, just been an animal these past few weeks, and continuing it here with yet another double.
Well, hard hit ball right there for Woodson. Now Jacob Parker, who hit a 2-run shot in his first at-bat back in the second inning, now steps up to the plate. Now with the runner already in scoring position in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch to him is off speed outside for strike one.
Yeah, great pitch there. Jacob Parker obviously sent a moonshot in his last at-bat. We know he has the power. Let's see what he can do here.
So State only 4 hits in the ball game, but six runs. As that's a wild pitch, gets away from Martin. That moves Woodson after his double over to third base, so only 90 feet away. Dogs, just an opportunity to put this ball in play could bring in another run for Mississippi State.
90 feet away. Jacob Parker, anything in play will bring in the run. Let's see what he can do here.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball gloved over to second. Thought about it was Miller. Tosses it over to first. He keeps Ryder Woodson over at third base and gets the easy out at first. So 1 out away for Lipscomb. Now due up to the plate will be James Nunnally.
Yeah, and I said that anything in play will bring in the run. I was incorrect. A grounder straight to second base with a good look off will take care of that. Nunnally now has a chance to bring it in, and we'd love to see him be able to get an RBI and punch a guy in after the rough start to his season.
First pitch to Nunnally is fouled back. 0 for 1 on the day. Grounded out in his first at-bat. Now looking to find something here in the second. Second pitch to him is a fastball at the knees inside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. State leads 6-2 in the bottom of the third inning. Ryder Woodson sits at third, infield playing in. Another hard hit ground ball hit directly to the second baseman and tosses it over to the first baseman for out number 2. So back-to-back, same ground balls over to second base. So now Bryce Chance, who doubled in his last at-bat, now has an opportunity with Bryce Chance, or Ryder Woodson at third.
Yeah, like you said, not only exact same thing, grounder straight to second, quick little look off, throw over to first. Really good play there from this Lipscomb defense. A chance to get out of here with a guy on third base for on third base with 0 outs, and a chance to get out of here completely unscathed. They can put away Bryce Chance.
So after that, it'll be the end of Javari Martin's night. So now up to pitch for Lipscomb is Jace Trotner. We're going to step aside and we'll take a quick break after this pitching change. Welcome you back out to the action. Bottom three, State leads 6-2 over Lipscomb. New pitcher on the mound, it'll be Jace Trotner. He's got a situation with a runner sitting at third base. It'll be Ryder Woodson, who doubled and after a wild pitch now sits at third base. Bryce Chance takes first pitch, breaking ball for strike one. Second pitch is upstairs and inside, nearly hit him at the elbow. So ball one.
Yeah, I don't know if there's another guy right now that I'd want up to bat with a chance to bring out a run than Bryce Chance. He's just been so good and consistent all season long.
No, yeah, you said it yourself, Charlie. 425 on the season. 471 with runners on. 583 with runners in scoring position. So this guy is exactly the person that you want in the lineup up to the plate. 2-1 pitch to Chance is a breaking ball. Catches the inside for strike two. So deuces on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom three. 6-2 ball game. State leads over Lipscomb.
Yeah, fans weren't too happy about that call there. 2-2 count now. Let's see what Bryce Chance can do.
2-2 pitch, another breaking ball, but outside. So full count coming up to Bryce Chance.
Exactly what he does so well. It's just the plate discipline, being able to see the ball so well come out of the pitcher's hand and make the right decision.
So Trotner in the windup. The windup and the pitch. Payoff pitch is low and in the dirt for ball 4. So another walk, and runners will now be at the corners. First and third with 2 outs. And top of the order coming up for Mississippi State.
Bryce Chance, I mean, he just gets on base. I feel like every single time he comes up to bat, whether it's a base hit or a walk, just such good plate discipline, is always finding himself on a base. And now Drew Wires a chance to do something really big here. We've had 2-out magic last inning. Let's see if we can continue that here.
Yeah, bottom of the second inning, Mississippi State scored all of their now 6 runs. Now they have runners at second and third. A chopper, third baseline, enters Mississippi State's dugout. Does that nearly hit the third base cam for our local SEC Network Plus broadcast? I'm going to take this second to shout out our social media pages at Bulldog Student Sports Network on Instagram, and then at BSSN_MSU on our Twitter page, also known as X now. No balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. Runners at first and third. A 1 pitch is a fastball outside corner on Drew Wires for strike 2.
Just a little weird. That pitch has been thrown a lot tonight, right on that outside edge of the strike zone, and very inconsistent with the call has the home plate umpire been tonight.
No doubt. That's definitely been a suspect call the entire night. 0-2 pitch is in the dirt, but a nice block from Scarf.
It looked like Bryce Chance wanted the steal there. Got almost halfway to second base, then ran back after the ball hit the dirt. Must have made a business decision to get back after the pitch in the dirt.
So to be Bryce Chance at first, Ryder Woodson at third base. Bryce Chance going, fouled back is Drew Wires after that 1-2 pitch. So count stays the same, 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Bottom of the third inning, Bulldogs threatening to add some more runs to the score as they lead by 4 runs, 6-2 over Lipscomb. Bulldogs with the win here would take the series. Bryce Chance going, high fastball, takes it over to second, tosses it over back from shortstop, and Ryder Woodson is called out at home plate. So Bryce Chance tried to steal second. Scarf throws it down over to the shortstop at second base. The shortstop, Kai Holm, immediately gets it, throws it back as Ryder Woodson tries to steal home and is called out at home plate. So that'll do it. The third out for Mississippi State. That'll take us to the top of the 4th inning as State leads 6-2 over Lipscomb. We'll be back for more MSU baseball. We welcome you back out to Duty Noble Field alongside Charlie Curley. John Wesley Cochran here with you, bringing you some Mississippi State baseball as we sit in the top of the fourth inning with Tomas Valinkas back on the mound for Mississippi State. Pours in a strike to Cole Peipinger for strike one.
Yeah, great pitch there. We got a guy working the bullpen, so as long as Valinkas continues doing what he's doing here, he'll stay out there a little bit longer, probably an inning or two left. But Valinkas, even though he gave up the 2 runs there in the top of the third, has been great today. Pitched the ball extremely well. Done a really good job tonight.
They're 3 innings pitched. He's given up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 5 Ks. As the 1-1 pitch is an off-speed for strike 2, gets a swing and a miss from Peipinger.
Yeah, I mean, those 3 doubles he gave up last inning hurt him a lot, but other than that, he's been so solid, really flawless outside of that.
1-2 pitch is a line drive left field, but foul. We saw a similar play last inning where another hard hit ball was roped down the third base line and just barely clipped the foul line and stayed in play.
Yeah, a lot of guys pulling the ball over to that left field line. 2 straight last inning did it, and right there, that one nearly landed fair.
1-2 pitch is a fastball inside for ball 2, evens it up at 2-2. Yeah, it just seems a lot of these guys are starting to time up that off-speed pitch, and they're on top of it. No outs, 2-2 pitch, another fastball inside, not enough. So a full count coming up to the designated hitter, Peipinger.
Yeah, not quite enough, just a little too far inside there for Valinkas. Let's see what he can do here.
Payoff pitch, fastball inside, and Raymond thought it was going to be called strike 3, but just a little bit inside. He almost started throwing it around the horn, but just didn't get the call from the home plate umpire. Nonetheless, after the full count, we now have a walk and runner at first base.
Yeah, very similar pitch to the last one. That was just a little too far inside, and like I've said, the strike zone's been tight all night tonight, and no different now. You really got to have good placement with your pitches tonight. The umpire has been calling it tight.
Yeah, no, you make a great point there, Charlie, and that was kind of a similar story, but more towards last night with maybe some inconsistency. It seemed like the strike zone maybe shrunk a little bit as the game extended in the back half of the innings last night. But it's been pretty tightly called so far tonight. So we now sit at a 1-0 count with Cam Pruitt, the starting third baseman tonight, 0 for 1, struck out in his first at-bat. The 1-0 pitch is below the knees and inside for ball 2. A 6-2 ball game. Lipscomb has 4 hits. State has 4 hits as well. A ground ball hit over towards shortstop. Glove thrown over to second for 1. Thrown to first for out number 2. A double play, and Bulldogs now have 2 outs at the top of the 4th inning thanks to the 6-4-3 double play.
Yeah, right there, a routine double play there for State. Ryder Woodson gets it, scoops up, quick little toss to Drew Wires, and then the toss over to Noah Sullivan to complete the 6-4-3. Appreciate you.
Love it. So Valinkas saves a few pitches with the at-bat and able to rely on his defense for getting a couple outs for him. So top of the 4th inning now as State leads by 4 runs, 6-2. Thanks to the double play, they now sit at 2 outs. As the 0-1 pitch is a fastball just a little bit inside, evens it up at 1-1 with 2 outs.
Just a little outside, not a bad pitch at all for Valinkas. Chance to get out of here. Couple good pitches.
1-1 pitch is Off speed inside for ball 2.
Yeah, just a little low there, low and inside. Again, that's one that could have gone either way. With how tight the strike zone's been all night, not surprised that that's a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike. Off speed is low and catches the zone for strike 2. Deuces on the board. Valinkas in the stretch, comes set. The stretch of the pitch, 2-2 pitch, fastball, inside corner, and Scarf goes down on strikes. Another strikeout, the 6th of the ninth for Valinkas, and that gets out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th thanks to a double play and a strikeout. Bulldogs now head to the bottom of the 4th for more Bulldog baseball. We'll be back in just a minute.
One.
Bottom of the 4th inning. Bulldogs back with the bats. It'll be Drew Wires, the leadoff hitter from Mississippi State, up to the plate. He now faces the 3rd pitcher of the night for Lipscomb, Jace Trotner, who came in last inning, pitched a 1/3 of an inning and gave up a walk. Now first pitch to Wires was a ball and gets a swing and a miss on the fastball at 91. Evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. No outs, bottom 4. The windup and the pitch. And that's lifted into right field. Is that going to get in the gap? No. Right fielder Stellaganis tracks it down. Great athletic play from the right fielder.
Yeah, it was slicing right. A really good shot at first. Looked like it was going to land in the gap, but kept slicing over to the right. Ended up being a routine line drive for Stellaganis out there in right field.
Nonetheless, Drew Wires has had some really good at-bats so far. His first 2 at-bats were walks and finally able to put a ball in play, but right fielder makes a good athletic play. Nonetheless, number 2 in the lineup is number 3, Ace Reese. Takes first pitch, off speed outside for ball 1.
Yeah, great discipline there from Ace Reese. Another one of those pitches that could have gone either way, just outside. Goes in our favor, and really good discipline there from Ace not to swing at it.
Infield shifted towards the right side. Off speed. Catches the inner part of the zone for strike 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's whenever the shift happens that things start to change how you pitch against a pitcher like this, as the 1-1 pitch is fastball inside for strike 2.
Yeah, Ace didn't like that call. Looked back at the ump. Believe he said something, but that was a little inside, but didn't get the call.
1-2 pitch is another fastball inside, and Reese has to jump back a little bit after that.
Yeah, 2-2 count for Ace. Hasn't really gotten anything that's been extremely hittable here. A lot of inside fastballs, outside fastballs, kind of pitching around him here.
2-2 pitch, hits it the other direction, but foul as that deflects right off of the netting down the third baseline. Keeps a lot of those fans over there safe. Seen a lot of accidents happen over the years with errant foul balls. Now the 2-2 pitch is swing and a miss, off speed at 83. A filthy breaking ball from Trotner. Sits down the Bulldogs' best batter, now Noah Sullivan, due up to the plate after the strikeout.
Yeah, Ace was definitely sitting fastball there way early on the off speed, and you're right, filthy. Ended up in the dirt. Ace swung at it big, and a big-time strikeout there for Trotner.
So a fly out to right field, a strikeout from Reese, and now the big right-handed hitting first baseman now steps into the box. The first pitch is a breaking ball inside and a little bit low for ball 1.
Yeah, and the last at-bat obviously crushed that 3-run shot, no doubter in the left center field. Noah Sullivan, we know, has home run power. Just such a great bat.
1-0 pitch, a check swing on the fastball. Yeah, like you said, he's had some slow starts over the past few weeks after his injury, but, man, he shows it with the power in that 3-1 blast, and that's definitely given Mississippi State some confidence at the plate. 1-1 pitch is liner left side, foul.
Yeah, you can see after that first at-bat, has a much different approach these last 2 at-bats, much more aggressive swinging the bat, which is what I've been saying he needs to be doing. Obviously, with that first at-bat, took the first 2 pitches, goes down 0-2, and then after that, it's kind of having to play a much more conservative, laid-back approach, just trying to put a bat on a ball, and he's swinging a lot more freely now and getting a lot more contact.
So the 2 outs, a 1-2 count. Trotner steps off of the rubber. 6-2 lead. State leads by 4. That breaking ball was a few feet short and in the dirt. So deuces on the board coming up to Noah Sullivan. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wind and deals is Trotner in the dirt for ball 3, so a full count coming up. Now to Sullivan.
Yeah, worked his way back full here. Great work from Noah Sullivan. Chance to get walked here and get Garrick Fry up for some potential 2-out magic.
Garrick Fry on deck. Andrew Raymond in the hole. Both of them 1 for 2 on the day. Payoff pitch is a ground ball up the middle, and that'll get in between the middle infielders. And a 2-out single here in the bottom of the 4th, and the Bulldogs have some more life.
Yeah, great at-bat there from Noah. Stayed very aggressive the whole way through. Finally got a pitch he likes. Sends it right back up the middle. Gets through there into shallow center. And now Garrick Fry up. We know this guy has power on both the right and left side, the switch hitter, and a chance for State to have some more firepower here with 2 outs.
Yeah, great AB from Sullivan. Battles it out through the full count. Now righty-lefty matchup with Garrick Fry up to the plate. First pitch, he fouls back for strike 1.
Yeah, and Garrick always has a very aggressive approach to his at-bats. First pitch swinging very often.
Garrick Fry, who's been moved around all across the lineup in the field. He's designated hitter tonight, but we've seen him play second base. We've seen him play outfield, shortstop. He'll play anything. He's a ball player.
Yeah, and that's such a good thing to have, especially with this team, is Garrick's kind of always been a consistent starter, but he just can go anywhere. You can really put him anywhere, and hasn't been designated hitter much in his career, but obviously there tonight, and he's been great so far.
1-1 pitch is lifted left side foul. 1-2 count now coming up to Fry. Fry now with 7 RBIs on the season. Only has 1 home run. We've already seen a couple of bombs tonight from the Bulldogs squad. Now with Sullivan at first base. Dronder comes set. 1-2 pitch is in the dirt. That gets behind Scarf as Sullivan rounds second base. And a stolen base for Noah Sullivan.
Yeah, he could have walked from first to second and gotten there. The pitch got past the catcher, and he kind of just sat there for a second. I guess didn't know where it went or what happened, and eventually runs back and grabs it. But Noah had all the time in the world to get there, and a stand-up stolen base for Noah Sullivan.
Two-two pitch and a swing and a miss from Garrick Fry, and that'll do it. The final out of the 4th inning. State unable to add any more runs. This game still sits at 6-2. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base at second, which is Noah Sullivan. That'll take us to the top of the 5th. We'll be back for more MSU baseball in just a minute. Welcome back, top 5. Here from Mississippi State. New pitcher on the mound for the Bulldogs. It'll be Tyler Pitzer, who comes in for Mississippi State. He's only pitched 3 innings so far this season. He has 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. He's given up 1 hit. Now ahead in the count on Eric Harper. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, quick 2 strikes now for Pitzer. Chance to put him away here with 3 pitches.
State leads 6-2. Pitzer. 0-2 pitch now to Harper. Fastball upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, high fastball there. Not a bad pitch. Kind of seeing where Eric Harper's eyes were at. Can put him away here. Get a quick first out of the inning.
Harper struck out in his first at-bat back in the third inning. Now sits at a 1-2 count. Pitzer in the stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three, and Pitzer starts off strong here in the top of the fifth with a K.
Yeah, great fastball there. Lower end of the zone. Bid on it. Big swing and a miss. And one away now for State.
So Tyler Pitzer checks into the game for Mississippi State. He starts off strong with a strikeout. Got to give some credit to the starting pitcher tonight, Tomas Valinkas. He goes 4 innings pitched, gives up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts through his 17 batters faced. Total pitch count was 78, so pretty solid night for him. You'd like to think he could go a little bit deeper, but it's good to have some games like this to see some other talent.
Yeah, absolutely. And this game has definitely gone a little slower than last game. I mean, an hour in, we were through 6 innings last night, and the bottom of the second alone took about 25, 30 minutes. And so pitch counts are just going to be higher for both guys tonight.
That's right. 0-2 pitch now to Brady Miller. A swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Tyler Pitzer. Now he gets Miller on the breaking ball, and Dogs are moving here in the top of the fifth.
Yeah, threw 6 or 7 straight fastballs and then finally mixes in the off speed. And just a filthy low and away changeup. No chance for Brady to get a hold of that one. 2 away now for State.
Top of the fifth, 2 outs. Tyler Pitzer rolling through this Lipscomb offense. First pitch to Hudson Miles is a fastball over the heart for strike 1.
Yeah, he has such great command of that fastball right now, placing it wherever he wants. He's only thrown 1 off speed with that last strikeout.
Swing and a miss from Miles, 80 miles an hour on the breaking ball. Looked like a little slider right there from Pitzer.
Yeah, that had so much movement. Started out almost towards Miles and curved over to the outside of the zone, and a big swing and a miss. Chance to put him away here.
Top 5, 2 outs. 0-2 pitch is a fastball, but not enough.
Yeah, just a little high. Another one of those calls that could have gone either way, but with how tight the strike zone's been, that's a good, consistent call from the umpire. 1-2 count now.
Miles struck out in his first at-bat and doubled and scored back in the third inning. Now a 1-2 pitch to him is sent right side out of play. Count remains the same, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I'd go back to that breaking ball if I'm Pitzer here. Has had both guys completely fooled by it. Big swing and misses. Right here, I'd throw that slider again and see if you can get him the bite on it.
Righty-righty matchup. Ryder Woodson playing shallow left field right now. 1-2 pitch. Check swing. And the home plate umpire says he went around. 3 strikeouts as Tyler Pitzer comes in for Valinkas and shuts down the 3 batters that he faces. That'll take us to the bottom of the fifth. State still leads 6-2 over Lipscomb. We'll be back for more MSU baseball in just a minute. Bottom 5. Due up to the plate will be Andrew Raymond, Ryder Woodson, and Jacob Parker. 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup for Mississippi State. It'll be Andrew Raymond, the catcher, now up to the batter's box.
Yeah, Raymond 0 for 2 on the night. Like I said, with the catcher position pretty much changing every game. Would love to see someone be a little more consistent.
Sliced into left field. Is it going to get down? It's fair. Rounding first base, headed towards second is Raymond. It'll be a ground roll double for the starting catcher tonight.
Yeah, it's like Raymond heard me there. I said we need to be a little more consistent so someone can take over that starting catcher position. And right there, beautiful shot down left field line. Stays fair. One hops, bounces into the bullpen. And a ground rule double for Raymond. And that's a great way to start off the bottom of the 5th.
So Raymond now moves to 1 for 3 on the day, improving his batting average to 346. Speaking of 346, Ryder Woodson also 346 on the season so far. 1 for 1 here tonight. Walked in his first at-bat and scored a run in the second inning, and then doubled back in the third, moved over towards third thanks to a wild pitch from Martin. So now Ryder Woodson sits at a 1-1 count after the backdoor breaking ball.
Yeah, great breaking ball there to even out the count 1-1. Ryder honestly backed out of it thinking it was going to be close to hitting him, and then it falls right into the zone, so really good pitch there.
Raymond sitting at second base. Trotner tosses it over. Chopper over to third base. Gloved by Pruitt. Tosses it way across the diamond for out number 1.
Yeah, great play over there on third base. Able to haul that in, make the throw over to first. Looked like it may have ended up going foul, but decided to take that out of there and make the throw over to first. Great play.
Yeah, so after that, gets out number 1. Now up to the plate, Jacob Parker, who homered in the second inning at a big 2-run shot. And that was what really got the bats hot for Mississippi State so far tonight. Takes first pitch, slices it foul left side for strike 1.
Yeah, I think Trotner knows not to throw any high fastballs. Jacob Parker is hunting for a high fastball. In the second inning, he had 2 straight, loaded up on one and didn't swing, and then obviously sent the other one way out of here. And so you got to be careful if you're Trotner, leaving anything too high.
A 1 pitch is a line drive straight to the right fielder. Tagging up is Andrew Raymond from second. Makes his way over to third. So his hard-hit ball was not in vain, as he's able to advance the runner from second to third. So now with 2 outs, James Nunnally has a big opportunity here to try to find a first base hit.
Yeah, those are my least favorite hits in baseball. One of those just nuke line drives, but directly to the right fielder. Like you said, able to tag up here, and now I keep asking for it, but we need a hit out of Nunnally here. 0 for 2 on the night. Guy 90 feet away, chance to bring him in. This would be a huge hit and RBI for James Nunnally.
First pitch to Nunnally is upstairs fastball. And the thing I like about that last sequence is that Andrew Raymond was sitting at second base, and he was ready to turn and burn after a potential base hit. But no, he races back to the bag and then sprints as fast as he can to third base. Now ground ball over towards the right side. Gloved by the shortstop. Tosses it over to first base. The throw is in time for out number 3. So Bulldogs unable to score a run on their 1 hit. No errors, and they leave 1 runner on. That'll take us to the top of the 6th inning. We'll be back. State still leads by 4, 6-2 over Lipscomb. 3-4-5 in the lineup. Due up to the plate for Lipscomb. Tyler Pitzer back on the mound for Mississippi State. Comes in for relief for Tomas Valinkas back in the top of the 5th inning. Faces 3 straight batters, 3 straight strikeouts. 1-0 pitch to Aaron Stellaganis is a fastball over the heart of the plate for strike 1 to even it up at 1-1.
Yeah, great pitch there.
Stellaganis. 1-1 pitch is sliced right side and flies it out straight to Jacob Parker for out number 1.
Yeah, routine fly ball there for Jacob Parker, able to corral it in, record the first out of the inning. State rolling here.
Big out there is Stellaganis, one of the premier bats in the lineup for the Bisons. Now the cleanup hitter, Blake Carter. Struck out in the first and reached first base on a fielder's choice in his most recent at-bat back in the 3rd inning. Top of the 6th, State leads by 4 runs, 6-2 over the Lipscomb Bisons. Tyler Pitzer in the stretch, righty-righty matchup on Carter. Breaking ball, not enough, a little bit outside for ball 2.
Yeah, just barely outside. A great breaking ball. Just outside of that strike zone. Down 2-0. Got to get a strike here.
Comes set. Stretch in the pitch. The 2-0 is a fastball at 91. Inside corner for strike 1.
Yeah, great pitch there. Fastball. 2-1 count now. See if you can't even it up here.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, thanks to a fly out to right field from Stellaganis. Now the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bulldogs trying to cruise in these back half innings with Tyler Pitzer now on the mound. 3-1 pitch. Big swing at 91. So now Pitzer has some options with his breaking ball that's sit around 80 or 79. Keeps these batters guessing.
Yeah, that breaking ball was nasty last inning. Maybe go to it here. It'll probably be a ball, but you can probably get him swinging with it with how gross it's been.
Payoff pitch. Another fastball, but gets a foul ball to keep the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, fastball, just a little inside. Maybe setting up the breaking ball here.
Full count, 1 out, no runners on. Just over 2 hours into the ball game. Pitzer comes set. Payoff pitch as that's lifted into right field. Ranging back is Parker again. About 10 yards in front of the warning track. He'll track that one in for out number 2. Parker putting in some work in right field, and Pitzer relying on his defense here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, and exactly what it was. Fastball to set up the breaking ball there. Breaking ball higher in the zone and creates a great pop-up routine play for Jacob Parker out there to record the 2nd out of the inning.
So top 6, 2 outs. First pitch to Kai Holm is a fastball for strike 1. Kai Holm was able to single in his first at-bat, but flew out to center field back in the 3rd. Now the 0-1 stretch of the pitch is a fastball below the knees for ball 1. 1-1 count now. No runners on. State trying to limit the damage for the Bisons. 1-1 pitch is a fastball outside for ball 2.
Yeah, outside there. Not a great pitch. Not really one you'll get a swing on. See if he can even up the count here. Just throw a fastball in there.
2 balls and 1 strike. As that's a line drive into center field. That's going to get down in front of Bryce Chance. A 1 bounce and 1 throw relay to Ryder Woodson. So a 2-out single for Kai Holm. And he improves to 2 for 3 on the night.
Yeah, great hit there. Definitely was sitting fastball. Turns on it into shallow left center field, and good knock there. Get a guy on first with 2 outs.
So now with a 2-out single, Kai Holmes sits at first base. Tyler Pitzer gives up his first base hit of the night. Now first pitch to Peipinger is a fastball down Broadway for strike 1.
Yeah, really good pitch there. Get ahead of the count early, 0-1.
Peipinger, only 8 bats on the season. He's only has 1 hit, a check swing right there on the 0-1. So now Pitzer heading the count 0-2 on Peipinger with 2 outs.
Yeah, nasty breaking ball there. Low and away, but started pretty center plate, right in the strike zone, but fell off a cliff to get a swing and a miss, 0-2.
Now with 2 outs, runner at first, 0-2 pitch is fastball upstairs for ball 1. So 1-2 count now to Peipinger, the freshman designated hitter. With only 1 hit and 1 RBI. Pitzer comes set in the stretch, glances over. 1-2 pitch and sits him down on strikes. A backdoor breaking ball on Peipinger. And Peipinger, the freshman, goes down looking.
Yeah,
so that'll take us. Yeah. What were you saying, Charlie?
Yeah, just nasty pitch there. Backdoor breaking ball. Falls right into center zone. Really good pitch there. Put the inning to bed.
Love to see it. Dogs head now to the bottom of the 6th inning, up by 4 runs, still searching for some more insurance. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6th for more MSU baseball. New pitcher on the mound for Lipscomb. It'll be Cody Underwood who takes over for the Bisons. Now comes into the game with a 13.5 ERA. Now faces one of the best batters on this Mississippi State lineup, one of the more experienced batters in the SEC.
Yeah, Cody Underwood has some velo. 96 his first pitch, 94 the second fastball. 2-0 the count.
Struggling with location, now sits at 2 balls and no strikes. As we're in the bottom of the 6th inning, State leading by 4 runs. 2-0 pitch finds the zone, 3 straight fastballs for Underwood. The big, tall, right-handed pitcher finds the zone again, so 4 straight fastballs. Now two balls and 2 strikes on Chance.
Yeah, way to even up the count there after being down 2-0. Bryce Chance, has such good plate discipline. Let's see what he can do here.
2-2 pitch, fastball outside for ball 3, so a full count coming up to Bryce Chance, who hasn't had a hit yet, but he's made an impact on the game with his at-bats. Back-to-back walks. Payoff pitch, a chopper, third base side. Gloved by the third baseman. Throws across the diamond, but the throw is not in time. A bad throw from Pruitt. And when you have Bryce Chance on the base path, he's going to beat out a throw that is not good like that.
That's exactly right. And just Bryce Chance never giving up on the play. Uses his legs. Obviously not a great throw from Pruitt. Able to get the first, and Bryce Chance will stay 0 for 0 on the night, but he's been on first base every single time.
So Bryce Chance reaches first base on an error. So now Drew Wires, the leadoff hitter for Mississippi State tonight, the senior second baseman, will step up to the plate. Yet to record a hit tonight, but he has reached on base in his first and second at-bat. Back-to-back walks, flew out to right field in his third at-bat. Now he sits at a 2-0 count from Underwood as the coach for the Bisons will trot out to the mound to have a talk.
Yeah, there's a lot of activity in both bullpens. Don't think they'll swap pitchers just yet, as obviously Underwood has just gotten going here. But definitely need to give him a pep talk. You got Bryce Chance on first. You're down 2-0 to Drew Wires, and so have to be careful here, or this game could really get out of hand.
That's right. Nearing 8:15 here local time in Starkville, Mississippi. Pitch black outside. The lights are bright, but fans are still out. No doubt about it. Plenty of fans filled out on the berm, filling the empty seats in the grandstands. Plenty of people out in the lofts in the left field and the left field lounge. Beautiful night for some barbecue and outdoor cooking. 2-0 pitch is a fastball, catches the zone on Wires for strike 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Chance at first base. He has to slide back into first after the pickoff attempt from Underwood.
Yeah, that was a quick pickoff attempt. Didn't stay on the mound long. Quick turnaround and throw. Not able to get him.
Underwood comes in for relief after Trotner goes 2 1/3, gives up 2 hits, a walk, and a couple strikeouts after facing 9 batters. Now the 3-1 pitch catches the zone, the fastball. So now full count coming up to the leadoff hitter, Wires.
Yeah, be smart here, full count. Have some good plate discipline. Be ready to swing at a ball in the zone. Let's advance the runner here.
Payoff pitch, Chance going. Ball's behind him. Chance rounding second base as he was already halfway there. He had a great secondary and made his way all the way over to second, but he'll stay there. So Wires at first, Chance at second. Underwood, the new pitcher, already facing some pressure, and it only gets harder now with Ace Reese up to the plate.
Yeah, like I said, with that pitch, it wouldn't have mattered what happened. Both runners are going to advance regardless. And now first and second, 0 outs, and Ace Reese up to bat. Not a situation you want to be in if you are Underwood.
So bottom 6, State leads by 4, but the Bulldogs lineup is threatening. First pitch to Reese is a fastball below the knees for ball one.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to locate that fastball at all. Very errant with it all over the place. And when it's like that, you get behind in the count, bad things happen.
Ace Reese 0 for 2 on the day as he takes the second pitch for ball two. He flew out to left field in his first, walked in his second, and scored a run, and struck out back in the fourth inning as we now sit in the bottom of the sixth with no outs and a beautiful opportunity for Mississippi State. That chopper is down the first base line, pulled into the visitors' dugout.
Yeah, still a hitter's count here for Ace Reese. Find a pitch you like and send one out there. Let's bring in some more runs.
Infield shifted towards the right side. 2-1 pitch as that's a high pop-up. Back towards the left side. Is it going to go out of play? No, it's not, but it's just off the glove once again of the catcher's scarf. And Charlie, that's not an easy play, but that's two opportunities that Scarf has had to secure an out for the Bisons and just hasn't been able to find it in the glove.
Exactly right. It's a hard play to make, but it's one you expect your guy to make, and that's two times now that he has had a pop out over there towards the State dugout and not able to make it. And so Ace Reese got to capitalize on this.
No outs, runners at first and second. 2-2 pitch, rounder right side. That goes into the dugout of Lipscomb once again.
Yeah, Ace Reese just a little early right now on his swings. Sitting fastball, waiting for it. Just got to time it up properly and put a ball in play.
So Underwood comes set, the stretch of the pitch. 2-2 grounder right side. Gloved by the second baseman, tosses it over to short at second base, gets the first out there, but Ace Reese will beat out the throw from second to first, so runners will be at the corners with one out.
Yeah, not bad there. Ace Reese, you advance the runner, not able to pull off the double play, which is good news for us. Guys on first and third, Noah Sullivan with a chance to bring him in now.
So Reese reaches first base on a fielder's choice. To be scored 4-6. Drew Wires will head back to the Mississippi State dugout. And now Noah Sullivan, who had a big-time 3-run shot back in the second inning, takes first pitch, breaking ball for ball one.
Yeah, way to get ahead of the count there, Noah. Now find a ball you like and send one out of here again. Get another 3-1 shot here.
1-0 pitch, another curveball. Back door for strike one to even it up at 1-1 with one out.
Yeah, Noah wishes he had that one back. He tilted his head the second it landed in the zone. He realized the opportunity that he missed there with a hanging curve. Ended up pretty much right dead center of the zone. Could have been a ball he took out of here.
1-1 pitch to Sullivan, fouls it back. 1 ball and 2 strikes with one out. State leads by 4, 6-2 over Lipscomb. Runners at the corners now.
Yeah, high inside fastball. Noah liked that pitch. Swung on it just a little bit late. Tipped it off. 1-2 count.
Mississippi State has scored all of their runs back in the second inning, thanks to a couple of big swings from the Bulldogs. One of those coming from Noah Sullivan. Now has an opportunity with one out. 1-2 pitch gets in the gap. A ground ball gets past the third baseman. That scores a run. So an RBI single for Noah Sullivan here in the bottom of the sixth to move it to 7-2 in a 5-run lead in the bottom of the sixth inning.
Yeah, Noah was definitely sitting fastball very early on the off speed, but still able to get it in play and sneak it past the third baseman. Brings in Bryce Chance. State extends the lead to 7-2 here in the bottom of the sixth.
And the journey for Cody Underwood only gets more difficult. Garrick Fry, the designated hitter, steps up to the plate. A switch-hitting batter for Mississippi State, and he's very dangerous. The senior sits at .356 on the season. Now with one out, first pitch, slices it just over the shortstop. That gets down. Rounding third base is Ace Reese. And a one-out double for Garrick Fry on the first pitch. Now advances the runners and scores another run. 8-2. Dogs lead now by 6 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Man, I just want to shout out Noah Sullivan. That's some sneaky speed there from first to third, and didn't even really need the slide, just did it for show there. But Garrick Fry, he is just so good and so consistent. Doesn't matter what side of the batter's box he's on. Great shot into shallow left center field. Line drive, brings in a run, and a stand-up double for Garrick.
So Garrett now at second base. Noah Sullivan, after his single, in advanced to third base. Now Andrew Raymond, the sophomore catcher, now 1 for 3 on the day, has a check swing on the 0-1 pitch. Now makes it an 0-2 count here with 1 out. Infield now playing in.
Yeah, check swing there. Very clearly a very obvious strike call there. Now third base coach going to come over and talk to Raymond. Probably walk through the scenario and what they need from him. Guy in second and third, 1 out. Still a lot of damage to be done here for State. Raymond's last at bat was great. That ground rule double liner into left field. Love to see that again from Raymond.
Yeah, great at bat for Raymond back in the 5th inning. Struck out looking in his first and grounded out to first and had a rocky start, but would love to see him develop now here in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-2 pitch is a fastball outside, barely missed, not by much. 95 miles an hour. That's a big take from the young catcher.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think that should have been a strikeout. That ball was as close to a strike zone as can be, but we'll take it all day.
1-2 pitch, and he gets him on the second one. 96, and Raymond goes down on strikes. So now 2 outs for Mississippi State, and due up to the plate will be Ryder Woodson, who's now 1 for 2 on the night.
Yeah, that was a no-doubter there. After the questionable call, throws a fastball right over the heart of the plate. No debate there. Strike him out. Now Ryder Woodson, who's had a great game as well. Love to see him bring in a couple of these runs.
Now first pitch to Woodson is a breaking ball inside for strike 1 at 81. So to be Garrick Fry after his double. He advanced Noah Sullivan from first to third. Now with 2 outs, Ryder Woodson. Line drive straight to the third baseman. It had a 1 hop. It barely made it into the glove. He tosses it across the diamond over to first for out number 3. So State scores 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and they leave a couple of runners on the base path. That'll do it for the 6th inning. That'll take us to the top of the 7th as State leads by 6, 8-2 over Lipscomb. Top of the 7th, new pitcher on the mound for Mississippi State. It'll be Chris Billingsley, the right-handed pitcher wearing number 25. Comes into the game with a 10.80 ERA. 1-0 on the season through his 3 1/3 innings pitched. Only 1 strikeout, 5 walks. But a good opportunity here for him with a 6-run lead to put in some work against Lipscomb. First pitch to Jordan Thomas, the pinch hitter, is a 95-mile-an-hour fastball below the knees for ball 1. Righty-lefty matchup. 1-0 pitch. Finds the zone for strike 1 to even it up at 1-1.
Yeah, that fastball has a little bit of movement. It curves off to the right, maybe a two-seamer, but really good pitching so far from Billingsley.
Some sync with that right hand action. 1-1 pitch is 96 outside for ball 2.
Yeah, that looked like a strike to me, but like we said, that zone's been tight all night. Doesn't get the call there with the 96-mile-per-hour fastball.
Billingsley winds and deals as that's sliced left side, but that'll go foul into the MSU bullpen. Count evens up at 2-2. No outs yet here in the top of the 7th. State leads 8-2 over the Bisons. Billingsley winds and deals. Swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch. He had a few fastballs, but got him with the breaking ball and strikes out the pinch hitter, Thomas.
Yeah, really good off-speed there. Mixed it in so well after throwing, I believe it was 4 straight fastballs. Going to that off-speed, 86 miles per hour. Low away, no chance to hit that, and Billingsley off to a great start.
So another pinch hitter checking in for Lipscomb. It'll be Tobias, Jacob Tobias, out of Birmingham, Alabama. The junior now steps up to the plate. The big left-handed hitter has yet to have a hit this season through his 6 at-bats. Takes the first pitch for ball 1 from Billingsley. Billingsley winds and deals the 1-0. 95 at the knees for strike 1. Evens it up. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out.
Yeah, I mean, that fastball's nasty. I mean, it has a decent amount of movement. So tough to hit, so tough to see, and evens the count 1-1.
Billingsley winds and deals. 1-1 pitch. Low fastball for ball 2.
Yeah, a little low there. Man, throwing it really fast. 96, 95 pretty consistently. So cool to see a fresh arm get in there and have the high velo like he does.
Mississippi State has mixed in a lot of arms so far tonight. The 2-1 pitch responds. Gets a high fastball, swing and a miss from Tobias. Billingsley, the 3rd pitcher of the night for Mississippi State. Tyler Pitzer goes 2 innings pitched, gives up a hit and 4 strikeouts through his 7 batters faced. So now with 1 out in the top of the 7th, the 2-2 pitch. Fastball a little high, but not enough for the home plate umpire. Charlie, it didn't miss by much.
It did not. The crowd doesn't like it. The crowd hasn't liked a lot of these calls tonight from this umpire, but he's been consistent with how tight the strike zone's been, so I can respect it.
Payoff pitch as that's sliced into left field, ranging back as the left fielder, but caught. What a catch from the left fielder, James Nunnally, and that's why he's out in the outfield. Hasn't been able to find things on the offensive side, but Charlie, he's one of the more reliable gloves in the outfield for Mississippi State.
Yeah, absolutely. He's made some great plays. He made a great play in right field last night over there towards Atkinson Plaza, making a great sliding catch, and now right there, able to chase that ball down, turn around, make the play, and you're right. The bat hasn't been great for Nunnally, but defensively, he's one of the best out there.
Yeah, and I guess the other factor that plays into it is the fact that all the wind is moving out towards left field. So with that slicing ball moving out towards left, James Nunnally and his speed and his vision in this difficult bright lights, he's able to track those Baseball's down out in the outfield. It's now Keaton Mahan, the pinch hitter for Lipscomb, senior out of Westfield, Indiana. Now sits at a 1-1 count to Billingsley. Now the 1-1 pitch, off speed. It's a nasty swing and a miss from Mahan. Now Billingsley ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, top 7.
Yeah, the off speed, it's nasty. You know, mixing that in with that fastball, it's just so tough to see that coming.
1-2 pitch. Fastball at 97. Billingsley, his numbers are rising. He's got the strength in his arm.
Yeah, great pitch there. Low fastball, good discipline there from Mahan not to swing at that one.
Deuces on the board. Billingsley winds and deals 2-2, is in the dirt. So full count coming up to Mahan.
Yeah, another low fastball. That one hopped just short of the catcher's glove. Billingsley here, just put a fastball over the heart of the plate, make Mahan have to hit it.
2 outs, payoff pitch. As that sent right field deep at the wall, gone. A solo shot for Keaton Mahan, and Charlie asked specifically for the fastball. He gave it to him, and he was sitting on it immediately.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I said throw a fastball, make him have to hit it, and boy, did he hit it. No doubter into right field. And at that point, you just got to tip your cap. That's not a bad play from Billingsley. Throw that fastball. No one's been able to touch it yet. Finally, someone times it up nicely. Mahan sends it out of here.
So Keaton Mahan smothers the payoff pitch deep to right field, and it was a no-doubter. Makes this a 5-run game. State leads 8-3 in the top of the 7th. Billingsley now faces Brady Miller. First pitch is breaking ball for ball 1.
Yeah, and if you're Billingsley here, obviously just gave up the solo shot, but no reason to panic or freak out. Just settle back in. That's just one pitch. He's been pitching great so far. One pitch that got away from him, no big deal.
1-0 pitch, a grounder over towards Woodson at shortstop. Gloves it, throws it, out number 3. Takes us to bottom of the 7th. State gives up a run. Makes this a 5-run game, 8-3 over Lipscomb. We'll be back in just a few minutes for the start of the bottom of the 7th. Bottom of the 7th inning, Mississippi State leads by 5 runs. 8-3 is the score over the Lipscomb Bisons. New pitcher on the mound for Lipscomb. It'll be Tanner Line, wearing number 50. Right-handed pitcher comes into the game with a 7.88 ERA. His record is 1-0 with 8 innings pitched. The first pitch to Jacob Parker is a 77-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Catches the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, that speed they haven't seen all night. 77 off speed. Very, very slow for these state batters. And then mixes it in with a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. So big old speed difference here for Line.
So 2 balls and 1 strike. That's fouled off. No outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Jacob Parker, who homered earlier in the game, a massive 2-run shot back in the 2nd inning that sparked a rally for Mississippi State that led to 4 more runs, so a 6-run spot in the 2nd. State just scored 2 runs back in the bottom of the 6th inning. Now we're in the bottom of the 7th. And the 3-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. Strike 3 from Jacob Parker. Beautiful pitch from the new pitcher, Tanner Line. That's off to him.
Yeah, great pitch there from Line. Swing and a miss. Jacob Parker. Now, not only love to see a hit out of him. I've been asking for it all night. Haven't gotten it yet. 0-for-3 on the night. Man, he's so good defensively. I'd love to see the bat start to heat up for him.
Infield shifted towards the right. James Nunnally lays down a bunt over towards the left side and reaches. So James Nunnally, it's taken a long time, but James Nunnally finally lays down a bunt. Improves the stat sheet a little bit and finds his first base hit in quite some time.
Yeah, and you see him. He threw up his hands after he reached first. Kind of a little celebration, almost like a thank you. It's about time. And even sometimes like that, a bunt where you bunt one down, you get the first base. That can build a lot of confidence. And so we'll see what it looks like later down the line for James Nunnally.
Yeah, sometimes it's just nice to see the ball go in the hole, or kiss it off the glass for a layup. Just have something easy and see some success so that you can replicate that in other circumstances. So bottom 7, State leads 8-3 over Lipscomb with a runner now on at first base. Bryce Chance pushes one all the way over to first base on the bunt. Moves James Nunnally over to second base. So now with 2 outs, Bulldogs have a runner at second base in scoring position. And now at the top of the order with Drew Wires and his massive power and ability to drive runners in.
Yeah, we've had all of our runs on 2 outs, I believe. I think outside of maybe 1 run, so I'm expecting a lot here. We've had 2-out magic all night long. Let's see if it continues here with Drew Wires.
First pitch to Wires is a big swing at 89.
Yeah, he wanted to send that ball out of there. That was a massive swing. Lost balance after the swing. He swung so hard, and so down 0-1 here for Drew Wires.
A 1-pitch check swing didn't go around. So 1-1 pitch coming up to the second baseman.
Yeah, great discipline there. Checked the swing, but held it back just enough to get the ball. 1-1 count here. Let's see what he can do.
Nunnally playing pretty close to the second base bag. 1-1 pitch is another breaking ball outside, though. 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. Bottom 7, 8-3 ball game. State leads.
Yeah, Nunnally knows Line is taking a lot of looks back to second base. Really wants to keep Nunnally at second. You don't want him getting 90 feet away from home plate.
2-1 pitch is another breaking ball outside. So 3-1 count coming up to the leadoff hitter, Drew Wires.
Yeah, the problem when you continue to look back at second is it might make you lose focus a little bit, and that seems to be what's happening here. 3 straight balls now for Line. Maybe he wants to stop looking at second and focus on the pitch.
That's right. Ace Reese on deck. 3-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball 4.
Yeah, it took no looks back there. Didn't look at not only once and went for the pitch, but that time low breaking ball, nowhere near the zone, and now first and second, 2 outs. And here comes Ace Reese.
First and second, 2 outs. 9 hits so far in this game. But Charlie, one of the few hitters that doesn't have a hit is Ace Reese. So you know what that means? He's due for a base hit tonight.
It's very shocking that Ace Reese is over 3 in the night. You don't see that very often.
First pitch to Reese is off speed for strike 1. Gets the swing and miss from Reese.
Yeah, Ace was sitting fastball very early on the swing. And he's just struggled tonight timing it up. Hasn't timed up anything yet. And the balls he has made contact with, he's been very early on the swing. So see if he can settle in and time one up.
A 1-pitch fastball upstairs and outside for ball 1. Evens it up at 1-1 with 2 outs. Wires at first, Nunnally at second. New pitcher Tanner Line comes set. 1-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball 2.
Yeah, ahead of the count now, Ace Reese. Anything in the zone here, likely going to swing at. See if he can't put something in play and get his first hit of the night.
So a righty-lefty matchup. Infield shifted towards the right side, so the left side of the field is open. 2-1 pitch, called strike 2.
Man,
Deuce is on the board.
That's one of your Ace Reese you want back. That's an inside breaking ball. Lefties love those inside pitches, and that was lined up to be perfect for him and just caught looking at it.
2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss from Reese, and that'll do it for the bottom of the 7th. State unable to score a run. They leave a couple runners on base after having 1 base hit. So that'll do it for the bottom of the 7th. That'll take us to the top of the 8th. We'll be back in just a bit for more Bulldog baseball. Back to the mound for the Bulldogs, Chris Billingsley. Top of the 8th inning, State leads 5-3 over Lipscomb. First pitch to Hudson Miles, 92 outside corner for strike 1.
Yeah, great first pitch there. Just sneaks in that outside corner for strike 1.
Billingsley goes 1 inning pitch to last inning, gives up a home run, so 1 earned run, a strikeout, and gets out the inning after facing 4 batters. Now he's ahead in the count on Hudson Miles, the starting third baseman, number 19. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball outside, ball 1.
Yeah, fans are complaining about that one, but that was a little too outside. Hard to call that one strike number 3. Billingsley here working a lot with that breaking ball. Let's see if he can just throw a fastball here, put him to bed.
1-2 pitch, fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here in the top of the 8th inning, no outs. Wind blowing out towards left field. Pretty strong developing winds as the weather forecast predicts around 1.5 inches of rain tomorrow. As Mississippi State has moved the start time of Game 3 to tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. We'll be on the call with Bulldog Student Sports Network, so tune in. 2-2 pitch as that's sent right side, deflects off the screen into the visitors' bullpen. So Mississippi State will have first pitch tomorrow in Game 3 against Lipscomb. Mississippi State still searching for their Game 3 starter. Here as they try to find the rhythm on the starting pitching side of things. So a full count coming up to Hudson Miles. Struck out in his first at-bat, doubled in his second, and struck out in his most recent. Payoff pitch is lifted right side. Jacob Parker is set and ready as it goes right to him. Doesn't have to move too much for that one for out number 1.
Yeah, just a line drive hit right to Jacob Parker, and you're right. Didn't have to move much at all. A couple steps back. Gloves it with ease. First out of the inning here. Start off the top of the 8th.
So 1 down, top 8. 8-3 over Lipscomb State leads. Aaron Stelaganis, the starting center fielder wearing number 23, steps into the right-handed batter's box. Billingsley fires the first one for strike 1 at 91.
Yeah, great pitch there. 91, hard of the plate. Strike 1, get ahead of the count early.
Stelaganis threw his 3 at-bats as 1 base hit. Back in the 3rd inning with a single. Grounded out to the 3rd baseman back in the 1st inning and flew out to right field back in the 6th, as that is a line drive, gets down just past the 2nd baseman into right field. 1 hop and Jacob Parker gloves it, throws it in on the relay, so a 1-out single for Stelaganis, his 2nd base hit of the night, and that's why he's one of the best hitters on this team, and he's got a pretty good batter right behind him with Blake Carter.
Yeah, Stelaganis has been killing it all weekend long. He's been one of the only guys that's really been putting bat on ball, putting it in play consistently. And you're right, Blake Carter following behind him, 429 batting average.
Blake Carter 0 for 3 tonight. Went 2 for 4 last night. Pretty decent outing. Stelaganis, like you were saying earlier, Charlie, had the best outing last night, going 3 for 4. So now Blake Carter up, now has a 0-1 count here with 1 out in the top of the 8th. Billingsley comes set. The stretch and the pitch. Fastball outside. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, just outside there. Not a bad pitch there from Billingsley. Just trying to see where the eyes are at for Blake Carter.
1 out, a runner at first. Billingsley comes set, the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball inside for ball 2.
Yeah, great discipline there from Blake Carter not to swing on that one. Big old curveball. Nearly caught that top left of that zone. Not able to find it. 2-1 the count now for Billingsley.
So Andrew Raymond calls time, has a quick chat with his pitcher in the game right now, Chris Billingsley, the 3rd pitcher in relief for Mississippi State. Or I should say 3rd pitcher of the game, 2nd pitcher in relief. As the 2-1 pitch is a swing and a miss from Blake Carter, so that evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. here in the top of the 8th inning. State trying to close things out. 2-2 pitch is that sent into left field, ranging back as Nunnally moves over to his left just a little bit. Tracks it in for out number 2. So Billingsley relying on his outfield to go to work just a little bit. 2 straight lineouts to 1 to right field, 1 to left field. So 2 quick outs. As we're nearing 3 hours into this baseball game. First pitch started around 6 o'clock, 8:53 local time. First pitch to Kai Holm. The starting shortstop, number 12, is breaking ball outside for ball 1.
Yeah, another one of those tight strike zone calls. Can go either way. Consistent call by the umpire. Ball 1, just barely outside.
1-0 pitch is liner into left field. That gets down just before James Nunnally slips as that gets all the way down to the wall, rounding third base. Rounding second now. Play at the third base is just past the glove of Ace Reese. So a triple for Holm, and he's had a stellar night tonight, as that'll be his third base hit, as that drives in another run, making this a 4-run ball game. So, recap of what just happened. Kai Holm hits a line drive into left field. It bounces right in front of the legs of James Nunnally as he slips trying to dive for the ball. The ball goes all the way back to the wall, and the Dogs try to relay the throw. Nearly had it in time to get the play at third base, but just wasn't caught by Ace Reese.
Yeah, you could debate 2 errors on that play there. Obviously, not only slipping and falling and the ball going past them all the way to the wall, and then the throw over to Ace Reese was actually a great throw. Ace just, I guess, lapse of focus, wasn't locked in, and the ball slips past him as well. Could have had the out at third and at least gotten out of the inning. But nonetheless, guy on third, 8-4. Lipscomb trying to sneak in another run here and bring this to within 3 runs.
So a 4-run ball game after that triple. And now a pinch hitter due up to the plate. It'll be Ramirez. Danny Ramirez, the pinch hitter, batting .273 on the season through his 11 at-bats. The junior out of Kissimmee, Florida, will have an opportunity with a runner 90 feet away. It's Chris Billingsley now with 2 outs in the top of the 8th, trying to get out of this inning. Pours in a strike over the heart of the zone.
Yeah, great first pitch there. Get ahead of the count, 0-1. Fastball right down the middle.
As Billingsley comes set, the 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball low in the zone, evens it up at 1-1.
Yeah, a little low there with the fastball. Evens it up 1-1, like you said, John Wesley. Billingsley wants to get out of this inning, hopefully keep this guy on third base.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch in the dirt. Good block by Raymond. Prevents the runner at third from having a chance at scoring.
Yeah, great block there from Raymond. That's exactly what we want to see from the catcher. You know, we've been trying out a lot of new guys, and that's exactly what you want to see. Something like that could have easily gone by, allowed the runner to score. It's a great play from Raymond.
So State leads 8-4 with 9 hits. 4 runs scored for Lipscomb on 8 hits. Bulldogs can thank the Bisons for some help with 2 errors. Bulldogs also have an error on their side. So Danny Ramirez steps back into the batter's box. Has a 2-2 count here with 2 outs. 2-2 pitch. Fastball at the knees, called for strike 3. That'll do it for the top of the 8th inning. Chris Billingsley sits down. Danny Ramirez on strikes. That'll take us to the bottom of the 8th. State leads by 4, 8-4 over Lipscomb. We'll be back for more MSU baseball on the Bulldog Student Sports Network. Bottom of the 8th inning, Noah Sullivan up to the plate for Mississippi State. Takes first pitch. Breaking ball at 76 on the outside corner for strike one.
Yeah, great pitch there from the line. Noah Sullivan's had a heck of a game, 3 for 4 on the night.
Definitely your player of the game, as that's ripped down the third base line. That'll get all the way down to the wall as he's rounding first base, heading towards second. A stand-up double to start off the bottom of the 8th for Sullivan. His night continues to just get better and better.
Yeah, after last night not having his best performance, Noah Sullivan says no more shenanigans. He's not messing around. 4 for 5 on the night now. What a night from Noah Sullivan.
Yeah, and we talked about it in his first at-bat, and we're like, this is not the Sullivan that we saw, last season. His approach was completely different, and I don't know what happened. Maybe it was coaching, but his approach completely changed at the plate, and he's been lights out ever since.
Yeah, he must have heard me up here say something because he's come back and 4 for 4 since I said his approach has been a little off, and he's made it look easy since then.
Yeah, somebody else that's made things look easy has been Garrick Fry, who's been batting cleanup so far tonight. He's 2 for 4. He's had a pretty solid night. He's probably the second best performer for Mississippi State in this ball game, as the pitching staff is going to have a timeout, potentially a pitching change.
They haven't made the nod over yet. Right now it's just a talk. But did just glance over, check the time. Probably trying to buy some time to see if he can get ready to pull him out here, but might let him go one more batter.
Yeah, I think they're trying to decide what it's going to be. So Garrick Fry up to the plate, the switch hitter, but he'll step into the left-handed batter's box. Lipscomb appearing to make the call. Not exactly sure who yet will be taking the mound, but this coaching staff trying to buy some time for the warm-up, but they will, in fact, make a call to the bullpen. Appears to be some confusion. It was number 55 that was going to be called to the bullpen, but they sent him right back, so I'm not exactly sure what the problem is.
Yeah, Landon Kiefer trotted out, ready to go. Now, are they going to stay with line here, or are they going to change? State fans are starting to get a little frustrated, raising their voices, as it seems like Lipscomb doesn't really know what they want to do, and they're just kind of standing there waiting to figure things out.
Yeah, I'm really confused on what is happening. So with that, we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be back after this change. We welcome you back out to Dudy Noble Field. One of the more bizarre pitching changes I've ever seen. Took nearly 10 minutes for the time from Landon Kiefer was originally supposed to come into the game and then didn't. And now he's back. So the right-handed pitcher wearing number 55 comes in with a 9.00 ERA.
Yeah, a little flabbergasted at the entire sequence there. I mean, timeout gets called. Kiefer trots out, walks back, keeps warming up, and then they just kind of stood there and talked for 7 or 8 minutes. And finally, Kiefer comes back out there, gets to warm up on the mound now a little bit longer before Garrick Fry gets up to bat here with Noah Sullivan on second, 0 outs.
So it'll be Garrett Fry due up to the plate. He's got a runner in scoring position and no outs. So perfect opportunity for Mississippi State to add some more runs if they have the opportunity to. 8 runs tonight on 10 hits for the Bulldogs. 4 runs on 8 hits for the Bisons.
Now Garrick Fry making his way to the batter box. Finally, after a crazy sequence, finally going to get back rolling here. Already been a really long game. And Lipscomb said, why not add 10 more minutes?
No doubt. They do not care. They're here to play some baseball. So infield shifted towards the right side for Garrick Fry, the 0-1, and that's a line drive right down the first base line, but the first base umpire, Anthony Perez, says it's foul, and that is a tough call to make, Charlie. I just don't know if I agree with it.
Yeah, a lot of velo coming off that ball. And, man, it was so tight. I'm hoping to see a replay here. Now they said they're reviewing it, so we'll get to see. It's unfortunate, though, because even with the review, I don't know what would happen with Noah Sullivan. Obviously, he would have easily had third base. I don't know what will end up happening, if it'll just be man on first and second or if they'll let Sullivan advance. I'm not sure how that rule would work, but
I would assume that they would move the runner to second to third. So it would be runners at the corners with no outs. But that was a hard hit ground ball.
Yeah, really hard to judge when the ball's moving that fast. It's kind of just a quick judgment call you have to make, and he ruled foul, and I don't know if we have an angle at it to really see.
This might be one of those plays that you don't know if it's going to be overturned or not.
Looks like right on that foul line. Yeah, it should be a fair ball.
I mean, it is right at the feet of Anthony Perez, the first base umpire.
Ooh, that angle, actually, I don't know. It's so tough.
It is going to be very close. I don't know if it's going to be enough irrefutable video evidence, if that's the only camera angle that a lot of these umpires see. We might have another angle to look at. But that's probably going to be the best one.
Yeah, just really hard to see when it really bounces. Obviously, you can see it right there, right on that foul line, and can't tell if it bounces then. Obviously, if it's on the foul line, it's a tough call to make, and we'll see if we can get lucky and maybe overturn, but I doubt there's enough evidence to be able to overturn that. It's just so tough with the angle that we have to be able to have irrefutable evidence to overturn that.
Well, if it's anything, Landon Kiefer will now have plenty of time to complete his warm-up after having so much time after the timeout, as we now await here the call.
Yes, they call it foul. Probably the right call, if I'm being honest, based off of what was called on the field. Hard to overturn that, especially with the camera angle we had. Not really a good close-up angle to be able to determine it. So Garrick Fry Down 0-2, will be back in the batter's box.
Well, yeah, that's why you have umpires in this day and age, and we've seen, especially with the MLB, with this new strike zone system, and I might ask you a few questions about that later. But 0-2 pitch is a big swing and miss, and that'll be strike 3 for Garrick Fry. After that big sequence right there.
Yeah, high fastball there. Garrick took a big old hack at it, wasn't able to put bat on ball and strike out. Out number 1, Noah Sullivan stays at second.
So 1 out, bottom 8. Andrew Raymond, the catcher, due up to the plate. Noah Sullivan sits at second base. First pitch to Raymond, breaking ball 79 in the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, his fastball sits around 89, 90, and then his off speed 77 to 79. So definitely the slowest pitcher they've seen tonight. And that can be difficult when you've seen, low to mid 90s, and now you're seeing high 80s and 70s.
0-1 pitch is a grounder. It gets in between the first and second baseman. Rounding third base is Noah Sullivan. He'll get the call home. He'll tap home plate. And a 1 out RBI single for Andrew Raymond comes in a big moment. State adds to their total 9 runs, and they lead by 5 over Lipscomb, 9-4 in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Yeah, I was just saying how it's hard to see when you're used to those mid to low 90s pitching. Then you go down to high 80s, and right as I say that, Raymond gobbles up a pitch and hits it out in the right field. Noah Sullivan can prance back into home. State extends the lead here.
So with the 1 out RBI single from Raymond, Ryder Woodson, the shortstop, steps up to the plate. The right-handed pitcher, righty-righty matchup now. Landon Kiefer versus Woodson. Woodson walked in his first at-bat, doubled in his second, and then grounded out to third base in his most recent 2 at-bats, as he now sits at a 1-1 count here with 1 out. Bottom of the 8th inning, 9-4, State leads over Lipscomb. 1-1 pitch is a chopper, left side, goes foul.
Woodson, a little early on the swing here, just needs to time it up a little bit better. Put it in play and keep this rolling.
So Kiefer comes set. The 1-2 pitch, as that's a ground ball over to the shortstop. Flips it to second. That's 1. Throws it to first. That's 2. Completes the double play. That'll do it for the bottom of the 8th inning. State adds another run on 2 hits. No errors. 1 runner left on base. That'll take us to the top of the 9th inning. 3 more outs for Mississippi State to close out this game. We'll be back in just a minute for more Mississippi State baseball on BSSN. Welcome you back out to the Dudy Noble Field. Charlie Curley, John Wesley Cochran here with you. Charlie, it's been a beautiful night for baseball.
It has been. I mean, the weather's perfect, which is kind of crazy because they pushed all these games forward to avoid the rain, and it's just been beautiful last night and tonight. But, yeah, perfect day of baseball, and States looked great tonight.
Yeah, and it would be really great if we could see Jack Gleason shut down this Lipscomb offense here in the top of the ninth inning. Gleason comes in to this game with a 1.08 ERA through his 8 1/3 innings pitched. He's got 5 strikeouts. As that 0-1 pitch is lifted foul to Jordan Thomas, the left fielder.
Yeah, Gleason's been lights out in every appearance he's made, and expect nothing different here. Get 3 outs and put this game to rest.
Right-handed pitcher comes set. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball inside for ball 1.
Yeah, inside fastball, 92 miles per hour. Jordan Thomas has to evade it to avoid getting hit. And 1-2 count now for Jordan Thomas.
So Gleason comes set. 1-2 pitch. As that's a line drive just past wires. That gets in the gap into right field. Jacob Parker rounds it up, throws it into the middle infielders, and that is a base hit to start the top of the 9th inning.
Yeah, good hit there from Jordan Thomas, able to knock it into the gap, not able to get 2. As a great job by Jacob Parker to cut it off and save it from getting deeper into that gap. And man on first, 0 outs for Lipscomb.
So Gleason gives up a base hit here to start the top of the 9th inning. State still leads by 5 runs, though, 9-4. Thanks to the highly explosive offense from Mississippi State, with 11 base hits tonight. But have to give some credit to the Bisons with their 9 base hits. Check swing from Bedingfield, the catcher for Lipscomb. He now sits at an 0-2 count.
Yeah, quick 0-2 count here.
Yeah.
Great pitching here from Gleason. See if he can put him away.
Well, Gleason was ahead 1-2 last at bat. We'll see what he has now. 0-2 pitch. Fastball outside corner, 91. Gets Bedingfield down on strikes. His first strikeout of tonight. That'll be his 16th strikeout of the season.
Yeah, nasty pitch there. Paints the corner. Just outside, finds the strike zone. Great pitch there from Gleason. 2 outs away now.
Gleason has a runner sitting at first base. He's got to face Keaton Mahan, though. Mahan, who hit a solo shot previously back in the 8th inning. So now here in the 9th inning, he's got an opportunity with the runner sitting at first base to do some more damage and tear into this lead that Mississippi State has. But Gleason trying to hold it. The 0-1 in the dirt. Evens it up at 1-1 with 1 out.
Yeah, I might add that solo shot was a no-doubter. That was a moon shot for Mahan. Sent it right center field deep. And so we know he has the power. Got to be careful pitching to this guy.
Well, and Charlie kind of called it because it was a full count pitch, and he gave it to him. The 1-1 pitch, gloved over to Wires, throws it over to second, out number 1, over to first. Couldn't have it in time. Tossed it all the way over to Reed Stallman, who had just checked in the game at first base. But the throw from Woodson was not in time.
Yeah, Drew Wires bobbled it just a little bit. Would have been a routine double play, but the hard hit grounder wasn't able to corral it as easily as he would have liked. So had to bobble it a little bit, tosses it, gets the out at second. Nearly got the out at first. 1 out away here.
So top 9, 2 outs. Gleason facing Brady Miller. First pitch to him is a fastball down Broadway for strike 1.
Yeah, high fastball there. Just caught the top of the zone. Strike number 1.
So after the fielder's choice, Mahan at first base. The breaking ball outside to Miller for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Infield shaded more towards the left side of the field. Middle infielders still at double play depth. Dogs looking for one more out to take the series victory before they head to the game number 3 tomorrow morning, as they just announced the first pitch at 10 a.m. for game 3 against Lipscomb. A 2-1 count now to Brady Miller. As Gleason comes set. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Deuces on the board. Anything can happen, guys. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first base here in the top of the 9th inning. State leads by 5 runs, 9-4. One more out to shut it down here at the Dudy Noble. Fans are on their feet. The 2-2 pitch, and that's in the dirt for ball 3, so full count coming up to Brady Miller, the second baseman.
Yeah, Gleason wanted it a full count. He wanted a little more height behind this one. Here comes the fastball to put it away.
Gleason leans in, shakes it off, comes set. Payoff pitch. Check swing. And the first base umpire says he went around. Strike 3. And the Dogs win again. They take the series victory over the Lipscomb Bisons. Now winning 9-4 here in the top of the 9th inning.
Yeah, just like I predicted, the fastball hot up and in. Check swing, went around too much. Dogs with another win against Lipscomb. Looked great tonight. Bats were hot. Pitching was solid. All-around performance there from State tonight.
Yeah, pitching was a collective effort. Tomas Valinkas gets the start. He only goes 4 innings. Then we rely on the relief pitching for Mississippi State, and they get the job done. But it started off early with a pretty stellar second inning to get things rolling for Mississippi State.
Yeah. Jacob Parker got it started with that big 2-run shot, and then everything kind of started going our way after that. Bats started heating up, and then obviously had Noah Sullivan with the big 3-run no-doubter in the left center field. And so, yeah, just all it takes is one hit, and then State just always gets rolling. It happened last game in the 6th inning. It happened tonight in the 2nd. You know, once the bats get hot, it's hard to cool them off for State.
Yeah, well, awesome, spectacular night here at the Dude. He's Charlie Curley. I'm John Wesley Cochran, saying so long here from Dudy Noble. Thanks for tuning in to the Bulldog Student Sports Network. We'll be back at 10 a.m. tomorrow. We'll see you next time.